We're live.
Hello. Okay, let's play some D&D.
Let's do it.
Sort of.
Yeah.
For real.
For real, man.
In the World of Greyhawk.
Yes.
AD&D.
In the Duchy of Tenh.
In the Duchy of Tenh, but I put the map away.
That's okay.
And we're going to go here.
We're going to go there.
I don't think we're going to get into here, but we're going to go here.
We're going to go there. And we're going to...
We'll talk about that later.
Hang out at the front door and, I don't know.
Hang out the front door?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go to this place and we'll hang out the front door.
Sounds good.
What, are we trick-or-treating?
Yeah. Knock, knock, knock. Trick or treat.
That holiday's over.
Okay. We'll sing them Christmas carols.
We'll go Christmas caroling in the Duchy of Tenh.
Yes.
No. What's the equivalent? There's no equivalent holiday.
Not for... Yeah, no.
Not for this setting. And that's probably for the best. Okay. Okay. I always start off by going, because I'm thinking. I have to go, when I think. It's like when I get out of bed or get up from a chair, I gotta go, oh!
Yeah, my friends make fun of me because I do that too.
You're too young to do that.
I know. I don't know why I do it.
It's like when you're getting up from a...
Yeah, it's the same reason why you got to slap the books every time you...
well, we'll get to that. There was a comment about that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
We'll
get to it. Okay. So I wrote down a little list of things we need to do.
Yes. It's not in order.
No, it's not in order. And the camera can't see it anyway.
Okay.
I don't think. Can the camera see it?
No, it's blurry.
Yeah.
Okay. Encounter sequence.
We don't have like 2000p going on or whatever it is.
No, we don't.
It's just a webcam.
It's a 1080p webcam, but I can't seem to get it to focus right on the table. So
we do have beer. Drink your beer.
Okay.
Beer drink.
Yeah, beer drink.
All right. Movie reference. You want to start it? Or I will, or I don't care.
You start it.
I have to start it?
Well,
What are you doing here? Merchandising! It's a Druish princess. I'm a Mog. Half man, half dog.
Will we ever see each other again? Hopefully, yes. In Spaceballs 2, the adventure for more money.
The quest
the quest for more money.
Quest for more money.
Screwed it up.
I see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
I am your father's brother's college roommate's friend.
Yeah.
What does that make us? Absolutely nothing, which is what you're about to be.
Good movie. John Candy, Rick Moranis. What's the name of the guy who made the movie?
Crap. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks.
Yes.
The guy who played the dad in Eight Is Enough. He's the dad of the Druish princess. I don't know his name. Who else is in it? Tons of people are in it. Oh, the guy from Police Academy who makes all the funny noises with his mouth.
We get the bleeps and the sweeps.
Yep, that guy. Good movie. Spaceballs.
Yep.
Okay. Done with that? That's a movie reference. Okay, so... Oh, scratch it off. Scratch off the list.
Okay.
Wait. Movie reference. Did I write it down?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, next.
Let's
do your encounter sequence.
Encounter sequence. Okay. So, last session, at the very end we ran a practice combat, totally screwed it all up.
Yes.
I forgot a couple of steps, and I kept forgetting, like, who's using what weapon. It was a mess. It was only a one-on-one combat.
Yeah.
But I kept you had a Morning Star, the orc had an axe, and I kept forgetting who was up. It was only two people fighting, and I kept forgetting like which weapon we're using because we're trying to use the weapon versus armor class chart for the first time.
Yeah.
I've never used it before. So.
Yeah, and you also
what?
Well, you'll get to that when you talk about that section.
Yeah. So I made something to help me not forget, hopefully. This is what you do when you're a D&D nerd, is you play the game and you go, oh, and then you go off and make something.
Yeah.
So I made something.
It sparks creativity.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So I made something, Oh, and we'll talk about that too.
Talk about what?
Sparking creativity.
Okay.
So I made something, and it's the encounter sequence for AD&D. So if you have an encounter, you're the DM, you roll. There's a random encounter, or whatever. It might even be an encounter in a dungeon. It's not a random encounter. It's a pre-established encounter, and the party has walked into it. But when you have an encounter, I put down all the steps that you follow when there's an encounter.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
It's just so I can look at it and not forget to check reaction or check morale. But I've had so many DMs that forget to check morale, and I did it the other day.
Yeah.
Now, that orc wasn't going to run away, I don't think. You were down to 2 hit points. It wasn't going to run away. But there is a chance it would have turned around and run away. You're supposed to check... Oh, well... There are certain conditions where you're supposed to check morale. I'm sorry. There's we'll get to that. There's certain conditions. You don't always check morale. And that's the thing. So I put down all the steps of what happens when there's an encounter in AD&D. And I will put this, I'm going to add a little piece of artwork to the bottom of it. And I'm going to put this up for download. Anybody who wants it can have it. I'll put it on Dropbox or something like that, and I'll put it in the comments section and I'll pin a comment with the link to this. Okay. That's why I've been putting links in pinned comments, is because I heard that YouTube, the algorithm,
it doesn't like when you drive traffic away from YouTube. Yeah.
If I put in the comments a link going somewhere else, then apparently the algorithm doesn't like it.
Yeah.
So I don't know that that's a fact. I just keep hearing that over and over again.
So I don't know if it's
Okay, so I will make this available to everybody if you want to look at it, open it up, print it off. But I'm going to run through it because I think it's interesting, and it'll be a teaching moment for us. Not necessarily for anybody watching, but it's gonna. And if this bores you, just skip ahead because we put bookmarks and all.
Yes.
I take the time to put bookmarks on the videos, so you can just skip ahead. Okay, so AD&D encounter sequence. Steps may be skipped depending on circumstance. That's important. I put that right at the top because you may not have to do, this looks like a whole ton of stuff you have to do when you have an encounter in AD&D, but you don't have to do all of these. Some of them are only triggered, like morale, you only roll under certain circumstances, or surprise, like if it's not a situation where anybody's surprised, you don't have to, you just skip over surprise.
Yeah.
Right? There's another one.
I mean, you don't do movement if your players don't state their intentions to move. So I mean, unless
right, but that would be a segment that you would skip over in the combat round.
Yeah.
Or there's one part where you would figure out if there's a reaction to any parlay or if there's a pursuit, but that's very specific. And if you're not having any parlaying, and if you don't have anybody chasing anybody, then you just skip over that. So these are the steps in order that you follow whenever there's an encounter. We're out in the wilderness. We randomly roll. We run into a bunch of kobolds. What happens? Okay, well, the first thing that happens is right here, surprise. And I'm just going to go through it, and then we'll get into the weeds. Surprise, encounter distance. You determine the encounter distance. The surprise reaction. If somebody has surprise, then how are they going to react? Okay. Intentions. Players state what they're going to do. Prepared missiles. This is the only thing from Unearthed Arcana. I'll come back to it. So surprise, encounter distance, surprise reaction. Intentions, prepared missiles, initiative. If you're going into combat. If you're not going into combat, you skip this. But if you're going into combat, initiative. Parlay, reaction, or pursuit. If a side wins initiative, they can run away or try to parlay. So that's what you would do next. But if nobody's doing that, you just skip it. Movement segment. Okay, then we get into the segments of combat. We've done initiative. We're getting into the movements of the segments of combat. There's a movement segment. The next segment, and it depends on how you roll your initiative. The next segment is all the missiles, the spells, the turning undead, all that stuff. Next segment is melee attacks.
Yes.
And then morale. Okay, so those are the steps. You go through those, and if you get to the end of morale and initiative continue and combat continues, then you go back to initiative. But if you're not even, this is just an encounter. Encounter doesn't necessarily mean there's going to be combat. So you might skip all that combat stuff. So it seems very, very complicated, but really, on typical encounter, you're going to skip a lot of this.
Yeah.
And I made it so that I can look at it and go, okay, what's next? So I don't forget morale, so I don't forget reaction, like I did the other day.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Little cheat sheet, okay?
Yeah.
So do we want to dig into the weeds?
I don't know. I mean, people can look for themselves at it.
Right. So I threw this up in a Discord. I threw this up in a Discord and said, please tear this apart. And nobody threw any poop at it or any shade at it. I just got some positive feedback. So the only thing in here that's not from the Dungeon Master's Guide is the section on prepared missiles. It comes from Unearthed Arcana, and before that, something Gary wrote in Dragon Magazine. And it's a little controversial, but the idea is that if you are using weapon specialization and you have a character who specializes in bow or crossbow, and they have a weapon ready and loaded, only if they're specialized and only if their weapon is ready and loaded, they can fire off one shot before initiative.
Okay.
Cool. And that's a thing from Unearthed Arcana. But if you don't like it, you just skip it. But I thought I would use it because Carrie wrote it up, and I thought I'd try it.
Cool.
I put it in the list. Everything else is straight out of the Dungeon Master's Guide. And there are some points where I put what to do, like if you're checking the results of pursuit, then I put down that's on Dungeon Master's Guide 67 to 69. If you're checking reaction of a parlay, that's on. So you're trying to strike a deal with some monsters instead of fight them.
Yeah.
So the rules for how they respond are on page 67 of the Dungeon Master's
That's a morale
Guide.
check, it says. Results may require a morale check, page 67, and then check reaction for intelligent monsters, page 63.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah. May require. The words make a difference. So hold on. So check reaction for intelligent monsters. I put that down because you don't check reaction if it's a zombie, if it's a skeleton, if it's a slug. Unless it's a smart slug, you don't check their reaction. They're just the mindless creatures, so you don't have to check their reaction. They're either hungry or they're not. They're either afraid or they're not, I guess. Okay. But this is on page 63 of the DMG. There's a rule for checking the reaction of intelligent monsters if a PC is speaking. It doesn't say they have to be speaking the same language. Which is interesting. It doesn't say you have to speak a language that's intelligible to the other party. If you're speaking to somebody that you have an encounter with, and you have to win initiative, then there's a little table there to see whether they're going to just get mad at you and attack you, or whether they're going to just stop and be friendly, or something in between. Page 63 of the DMG, result may require a morale check. So it's interesting because if you look at those rules on page 63, if they're really, really hostile, but you're trying to parlay with them, then the rules in AD&D say you're supposed to make a morale check for them. Okay,
makes sense.
I guess it does. It's really weird though. Normally you only make a morale check at the end of a round. Yeah. In some games you make a morale check before combat starts. Like you give people a chance to run away, I guess. But in AD&D, you can't run away
until the end of a combat round.
Well, unless you have initiative.
Oh, okay.
If you have initiative, you can run away, and then you get into pursuit and evasion rules, and that's here. Yeah. The rules aren't here. I put down where in the DMG it is. Yeah. But if you don't have initiative and you try to run away, then your attackers, the people you're encountering, they can get a +2 shot at your backside while you're running away. So running away without initiative is very dangerous.
Got it.
You don't want to get into a fight and then run away. It's like it's bad news.
Yep.
You might have to because you have no chance of winning and you didn't win initiative. You run into like 300 Balrogs and you have to run away, but you lose initiative, then you're gonna have a whole bunch of Balrogs just like scratching at your back while you're trying to run away. It's gonna be ugly. You're in trouble. I don't think a DM would ever throw 300 Balrogs at somebody, though.
You'd have to be in like an open air space, because anyway, it doesn't matter.
They were renamed for D&D. What are they called in D&D?
No clue.
Balrogs exist in D&D, but they renamed them something else. I can't think of it. Everything else is pretty... and I put some notes, but the main purpose of it is just so I don't forget anything, right?
Yeah.
Like if you get into a fight, I'm going to remember initiative. That's easy. But I put a couple notes about the rules, like the parties. Like there's some things that aren't intuitive. When you roll surprise, the parties roll for themselves, but when you roll initiative, the parties roll for each other.
Okay.
So that's not intuitive. So I put that in here so that I'm going to remember that, but some other people might not. And who knows, maybe one day, 10 years from now, I'll forget that. And
okay.
Yeah. Right. One thing that really surprised me, I got to say.
Yes.
I had it ingrained in my head that there's a certain order of combat in AD&D. I thought it was movement, then... missiles, throwing something or shooting something. Then casting spells. No. Yeah. Okay. Then melee attacks. That's what I thought the order was in D&D combat. But the more as I was making this and I was going through the combat procedure in the book is very clear over and over and over again that wands, spells, missiles are all simultaneous. And so then I began to think, because I read it like 4 different places, and every time I read it, I was like, wait a minute, that's not how I remember this. And then I did a little digging. It's from this.
Yeah.
Specifically, there's a combat sequence in here. So I've been... playing this, well, I knew that. When I was a kid, we mashed this together and played it like mashed together.
Yeah.
But I just had it ingrained in my head that there was a certain combat sequence, and I was wrong because when I looked, it's a combat sequence from this. Mm-hmm. And we'll talk about this a little bit more because there's a video comment that pertains to this.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is that it for this?
I think so.
Okay, scratch it off.
All right,
I will put this as a linked, I think. Yeah, and if you download it, look at it, and you find something that is wrong, please let me know, because I didn't, the only feedback I got on it was positive. So if something in it is wrong, please put down in the comments. Let me know, like, if I made an error. Yeah. I definitely want to know. I don't mind criticism. I want this to be correct. Okay. So, okay.
Comments.
Oh, really? Right into comments? And then
weather generation, and then we play.
Okay, go.
All right. Okay, this is on the first video from at Retro DM Ray. Dude, you're full of Greyhawk knowledge and lore stuff. Cool. 1 through 47 would be 1d20 plus 3d10 minus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
There is somewhere in... I was trying to figure out how to roll 1 to 47 to select a map in the Village 1... the Village Book 1. And I was like, well, we can't roll 1 to 47. But I was wrong. Yeah, Ray is right. But I got to say something about Ray. I got to talk about Ray.
Go for it.
Ray, hey, Ray, thank you so much for finding our channel. So cool that you found our channel, Ray. Ray started a YouTube channel like back around the lockdowns of the great Schmandremic.
Yeah, I forgot you can't say that on YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know if I can or not. I don't.
Okay.
So I think you can now, but who cares?
Whatever, it doesn't matter.
So, but Ray started a YouTube channel all about D&D back in I think it was 2020, and his channel's awesome, and I've been subscribed to it since like the beginning, and so it's really cool that he popped up in our comments section. Ray, thank you very much. And if you're into D&D and you're looking for some cool stuff on YouTube, go check out his channel, Retro DM Ray. He's been making videos for like 4 years now of all kinds of stuff pertaining to D&D. I'm a big fan of your channel, Ray. It's really, really good, and keep up the good work, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next comment is from Ray47NL. I like the video, but I'm wondering, why did you choose AD&D over OSE? I want to do a solo campaign also, but everywhere I look, people are saying that OSE is the way to go for solo adventuring.
Okay. Yeah, so no, it's a good question. Okay, so let's talk about what each thing is. And he mentions, hold on, reaching for books. Oh, got my rogues gallery under there still. So he mentions AD&D and he mentions OSE.
Yeah.
So a lot of people right now might be wondering, why do I have these books out? We know why I have these books out.
Yeah.
This is AD&D, and this is a clone of AD&D.
But that is basic.
All right, so why do I have this out? Well, he's asking, why are we playing AD&D and we're not playing OSE? Well, yeah. OSE is a clone of this game. This is a great game. It's basic and expert D&D as drawn up by Steve Marsh and Tom Moldvay, and this book was edited by Dave Cook. It's called Cook Moldvay, but really Marsh wrote this and Cook edited it, and Moldvay pretty much did this as a solo project, it sounds like. I mean, there were other people that helped, but this is Tom Moldvay's baby.
Yeah.
This OSE is a clone of this game, and a lot of people, I think, maybe don't know what OSE is.
Yeah.
So, I could buy the OSE books, and we're playing in an OSE campaign, but I've never needed to buy the OSE books because I have the original.
Yeah, it's super close. Also,
OSE, it's exact, except when you get into. But go on.
Yeah, I was gonna just say OSE on their website has a link to like a wiki style kind of thing that has all of their rules, most of all of their rules. So yeah,
OSE Classic is this what you see before you. These two books. This is OSE Classic. It's a clone. It's a restatement of the rules. They had to change the names of some of the spells and some of the monsters, but sorry about the phone. That's my mom calling.
Should we pause?
Yeah, let's pause.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, had a little. You gotta pause D&D when Grandma calls.
Yeah.
You gotta have your priorities straight. And also, Grandpa's in the hospital. So, but Grandpa will be okay, we think.
Yeah.
Okay. So, where was I? Oh, okay. Why are we using AD&D and not OSE? So, we've established OSE Classic is basic D&D. Basic D&D is awesome. There's a ton of stuff for it. And because they've come out with OSE, people are making things for OSE, which means they're making things for basic D&D, and they don't need a license anymore. They don't have to worry about TSR, Hasbro, WotC coming after them with lawyers. They can now make D&D products. So OSE is awesome, and Ethan and I are playing in an OSE campaign at our friendly local game store, and we're very much enjoying it.
Yeah.
And but why are we not doing it for this? Well, here's why I'm not, and it's right here, okay? For 3 or more adults ages 10 and up, okay? I'm not making fun of anybody, and I'm not saying that this isn't a good game, but the fact is that OSE, basic D&D, was written for 10-year-olds. It's an introductory basic game. That's why it's called basic. It was written to introduce new players, young players to the game. And I just want the crunchiness. I want to play advanced D&D.
Yeah.
Everything that's in here is in here plus more.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want the more.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm playing this solo.
Yeah.
Also, this is not as... Now, there are third-party products that fill this out. Tons of them. Over the years, people have made so many third-party products. However, this doesn't have rules for domain. This doesn't have rules for a lot of things. This doesn't... I don't think this has rules for terrain generation. I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. It's got a much more abbreviated monster listing, spell listing. Here's the big thing for me is racist class. I don't like racist class. I don't like a dwarf as a dwarf. You know, is the dwarf a candle maker? Is he a warrior? Is he... is he a miner? What is that dwarf? I don't like a dwarf as a dwarf as a dwarf. And you can, it's fine. You can play that dwarf however you want to. And that, then it comes down to the player and the way the player plays the character. And I respect that. But I do like breaking out race and class. So you can have your dwarf thief, your dwarf fighter, your dwarf candle maker, whatever you want to do. And they're not the same character.
Yeah.
Like this gives you rules for different kinds of dwarves and elves. And this doesn't. An elf is an elf is an elf in this game. This is OSE, right? Okay. Now, there is advanced OSE, which is, as I understand it, it's Gavin Newsom, Gavin Norman, what's his name? The guy who makes OSE. Gavin Norman? What's the name of the guy who makes OSE? Look it up for me. It's embarrassing. Gavin Norman, maybe? The guy who made OSE, the guy who made the clone of this, he made advanced OSE. But advanced OSE... Gavin Norman. Advanced OSE is not a clone of AD&D, so it starts to get confusing. Advanced OSE is Gavin Norman's homebrew for BX. Classic OSE is just straight up BX. It's this game made for ages 10 and up. I'm way past ages 10 and up. I could have fun playing Candyland, but I would rather play Axis and Allies.
Yeah.
Right? I could have fun. I do have fun playing this, but I'd rather play this.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be snobbish about it or anything. It's just, that's why. But this has more rules in it. Not necessarily better rules. This has more rules in it that facilitate solo play. Whereas this is very bare bones. I mean, look how thin this is. This is levels 1 to 3. This is levels 4 to 14 right here. That's OSE. And it's a great game. I'm not throwing shade at it. It's a really good game. But I don't want to play the game written for 10-year-olds. I want to play the game written for people who have... And this, in my opinion, is a gateway drug. This is a great way to introduce a new player and to get them into role-playing games. This is the best way I know of.
Yeah.
I mean, and there, people will argue that this is better and that's better or whatever, but this is an excellent, excellent way to introduce people to role-playing games, because from this, you can go play any role-playing game and have some concept of how it works.
Yeah.
I don't want to start with the gateway drug. I started with the gateway drug. I started with advanced in 1980. I got the gateway drug in 1981, a year later. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm past the gateway drug. I want to get into the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
Thoughts? I've been talking. You talk.
No, I agree. I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of fun playing Basic and OSE, but it's good to get into something more substantial.
It is more substantial. This is just the Dungeon Master's Guide. It's not the Player's Handbook.
I got the Player's Handbook right here.
This is a big beefy thing right here.
Player's Handbook.
Yeah. So Osric is a clone. It's missing some things, but it's a clone of AD&D. OSE is a clone of this. And one of these days I'll buy the OSE books just to have them, but I don't need them. So I've been prioritizing buying other things. Because I have this, I don't have any need for the OSE books. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Ray.
Thanks for the question. Not Ray. It wasn't Ray.
It was Ray. Ray 47 NL. Different Ray.
The other Ray.
Yeah.
We have many Rays. Thank you, Ray.
We've got a sub comment on this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, and there's
It's okay. Yeah, okay. It's a little negative, but it's okay. Let's do it.
Okay, there's a sub comment on that one, and it is from Nicholas. OSE just has a lot of shills. Use whatever system you'd like, preferably your favorite. Yeah, I agree. Use whatever is fun for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, right. I agree on the second.
The
half.
second part, use whatever you like. Yeah, absolutely. Ray, first Ray, second Ray,
and Nicholas was the sub comment.
Right, but Ray 47.
Yeah,
Ray 47. Definitely play whatever game you like, man. If you are not, I mean, this is a crunchy game. You gotta really wrap your brain around it and keep wrapping your brain around it because people play this for years and they forget things or they miss things, and there's a lot here, but I like that.
Yeah.
I like that part of it. I like that so much thought went into this, statistics and just so much thought went into this game. And people criticize it because it's got like a game within a game to be an assassin, and a game within a game to be a thief, or a game within a game to do unarmed combat or psionics, and that's all true. You can criticize this. It is very complicated. It is not for the beginner. Osric, though, I think the Osric Player's Guide is awesome to hand to a beginner. You can start playing with this. I started playing with this when I was 9 or 10 years old. You can do it. I'm proof of it, and other people are proof of it. But it's a lot easier to start with this. But if you're playing solo, you need rules. You need, otherwise you're just metagaming everything. Mm-hmm. You're just kind of story gaming everything. But if you play solo, then you need rules. This has almost all the rules. There's not much that's missing in here. And what is missing, like, there's other books. There's other products. Yeah. This has more stuff that you need to play solo, but neither one of them was designed to play solo. There are games that are built from the ground up, meant to play solo. Not RuneQuest. Tunnels and Trolls. Tunnels and Trolls is pretty much built from the ground up to play solo. Like almost all of the modules they put out for RuneQuest are solo modules. There's very few of them that are multiplayer. It's very strange. Uh-huh. Did I say Tunnels and Trolls?
Yes.
I don't particularly like that game. It's a D&D copycat game, but it was more built for solo play. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move. Oh, okay. And the part about shills. Okay, so look, there are shills in the AD&D community. There are shills in the OSE community. God knows there are shills in the 5e community and 3rd edition community. Nobody tries to shill 4th edition, but 3rd and 5th edition is just full of shills, full of YouTube channels and bloggers and people who really aren't even into the game and don't even understand the game, but they're just like, I don't know, they're trying to make money or get free stuff or whatever by doing reviews. They have blogs and YouTube channels. Yes, there are lots of shills out there. And I feel like I need to talk about this a little bit more. Okay?
Go for it.
Go for it. Okay, so since we started YouTubing, there have been some really nice people who have like reached out, game companies and individuals who have reached out and said, hey, we want to give you this. Hey, we want to send you this. Hey, we want to send you that. I don't feel comfortable with that stuff because we're just, the only reason we're just putting this on YouTube for fun. I mean, we'd be doing this if we weren't recording it, correct?
Yes.
I just want to play D&D. But how do I put this? If I like something, I say I like it. If I don't like something, I say I don't like it.
Yeah.
Period. All right? And so I don't feel comfortable at all receiving stuff from people. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because then I feel like I'm obligated to say, hey, look at this. It's really cool. Look what I got. And then I'm a shill. But I'm not here to shill. I'm just here to play D&D. And if somebody sends me something I don't like, what do I do then? Right?
Yeah.
Like there are very nice people out there who have game companies, or who just like self-publish stuff. And I like their stuff. And if it's relevant, then I'll mention it. But I don't want to go out of my way.
Yeah.
To do that. I don't want this to be like, okay, we got to make a YouTube channel about this supplement or this book or whatever.
Yeah.
That being said, sometimes I do want to promote people because I really like them. Like I really like the people at Trollord Games, and I really like the people at Frog God Games, and I really like the people at Castle Entertainment, and I really like the people at BRW Games, and I really like there are others that I can't think of right now, but there are people who are making cool AD&D, D&D stuff, and I do want to let people know about them, and I don't necessarily know them, and I'm not doing it because they're giving me stuff, and I'm not doing it because certainly not getting sponsored or paid by anybody. But I do, if somebody makes a cool D&D thing, then yeah, I want the world to know about it because I think it's cool, and I like the creative nature of this hobby, and I really like it when people start making cool artwork and writing cool adventures, and you know, whether it's a big company or just somebody self-publishing out of their apartment or something. I love that stuff.
Yeah.
So to that point, I'll mention one company I haven't mentioned before because it hasn't come up. But I like their stuff. They haven't paid me, but they did donate something to our campaign. And should I just say it?
Go for it.
It's okay, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Am I shilling? Maybe I'm shilling. I don't know, but I just like their stuff. I'm being honest about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want to see them like do well, and because what they're doing for the love of the game.
I get it. Yeah.
So I'm going to shill a little bit. I don't feel bad about it at all.
Well, you're not shilling for any personal gain. You're just talking about something you like.
Right.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not promoting our YouTube channel. I don't care if they promote our YouTube channel. I just like their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a couple guys who back in 2010, 2011, 2012 made a bunch of AD&D modules. I believe they started publishing things out of their home campaign world. Kind of like what do you call it? Kind of like Midkemia Press did, kind of like Judges Guild did. Lots of other people over the years have done this. Anyway, they're called Johnny Rook Games, and it's a couple of guys who write this stuff and who publish it. And back in 2010, 2011, 2012, they published some 3 or 4 modules, and then they went out of print. And in the last couple of years, they've been using Kickstarter to bring their stuff back into print.
Yeah.
So I discovered them through Kickstarter. I'm looking at Kickstarter and I see AD&D Osric, and I'm immediately interested. And I check it out, and holy cow, how cool is that? Somebody's making something for this 40-year-old game. I love it, and I want to promote it. Not promote it. I guess I do want to promote it, but I want to support it.
Yeah.
So I got in, I think, on their second Kickstarter, and they're on their 3rd or 4th Kickstarter right now.
I don't know.
It's only got a couple days left, but they're called Johnny Rook Games. And one of them is a guy named Dwayne. One of them is a guy named Dominic. And Dominic saw our videos, and he said, hey, he knows that we're intending to go adventuring in B1, and he said, hey, I want to donate something to your campaign to help your campaign. And he's the guy who donated the PDFs of the Pacesetter expansions to B1, B0.5 and B 1.5, done by Bill Barsh and Pacesetter. They're out of print, but you can still buy the PDFs, and he got us PDFs, and it's very, very nice of him. And so thank you, Dom. And so I am going to put a link to their Kickstarter because there's just a couple of days left. If we get this video out on YouTube before the Kickstarter is over,
we'll do our best.
They've already funded, but they get like. When you see the Kickstarter, you'll see they're not getting rich. They're doing it for love of the game, and there's people making AD&D products still and promoting a fun game, and so I want to support them. And yes, they donated that to me, but I would like them whether they donated it or not. They have a Discord that I've been hanging out in. They're nice guys, and thanks, Dom. Appreciate it very much. Okay. So did we say enough about YouTube shilling?
I think we have.
Yeah, nobody's sponsoring us. Every now and then somebody does reach out to us and say, hey, we want to send you something. I got some stuff from a game company that I didn't feel comfortable with at all, so I haven't really accepted it, like some codes for free PDFs. I have not used the codes and downloaded those PDFs because I just don't. I just don't feel right about taking free stuff. Like if I like it, I'll go buy it. I'll support you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But they're like, no, we insist because we think you're really cool. And I'm not even mentioning who they are right now. So they're not getting free advertising out of it, and they don't want. They say they don't want free advertising out of it either. But it's not free. What am I saying? If they're sending me something, then it wouldn't be free. Oh. I don't know. It's so complicated. I don't know where the line is drawn. Like, at what point do I stop being a guy playing D&D, and at what point do I start being an internet shill? But I do want to promote, like, Carlos Slicing, Castle Entertainment. He makes these AD&D Greyhawk modules that are fantastic. BRW Games, Joe Black. They don't send me anything. They haven't paid me to say that. But I want everybody to go. I want them to sell 1 million books because I just like them.
Yeah.
Is that okay? It doesn't make me a shill, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Next comment, it's also on the first video, is from 0000111. And the zeros are spelled out Zero. Slamming your palm repeatedly on it like you have this hidden hatred for it.
Wait. How's that? No, I'm sorry, man. After that very first, so this is on our first video, on our first session. I didn't realize at the time that I was doing that, and I was going, and it was very distracting and not very fun to watch, probably, or listen to. And ever since then, I've been trying not to do it. But it's hard. It's hard not to tap on the books that are so cool. Like, these are cool books. They need to be tapped on, man. But no, I know. As soon as we got done recording that, and I looked at the video, and I was like, and I even said to you, I said, oh man, I'm like, I didn't realize how distracting and loud it was that I was tapping on the books during the video. But since then I've tried not to do it. But yeah, fair enough, man. It is annoying that first video I am tapping on the books. So sorry, I'm trying not to do that. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Okay, next comment is from Legion of... Sorry, I'm terrible. Legion of Myth. Not the typical content I absorb, but I like what you're doing here. Even if some people find it boring, showing the process like this is helpful for people. Franch toast.
This is why I'm subscribed to Max. So his name is Max Liao. I don't know if that's his real name. That's what he goes by. What?
You're kind of outing him.
No. Oh, he's an internet personality. Okay. Legion of Myth. He's got like 6,000 subscribers. He's got a huge YouTube channel.
And people know his real name?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fine.
Yeah. Cool. He's all over. He's got his own Discord. I'm in it. He's all over Discord. Like, okay. Yeah, on his live streams, he goes by the name Max Liao. I don't know if that's his real name.
Okay.
But that's Max. Okay. Hey, Max. Thanks for stopping in. Thanks for leaving a comment. I really appreciate you. I've been subscribed to your channel for a long time. Max's channel, Legion of Myth, he mostly focuses on Palladium games. They do that. I don't have it out here. I should have brought it out here for...
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle is Palladium, and I played that back in the 80s when I was a kid. I haven't played Palladium Fantasy, which is like Kevin Sembeda's. So there's a guy named Kevin Sembeda. I'm probably pronouncing his name wrong. But he did a bunch of artwork for Judges Guild back in the day. He ran a club or a big group playing D&D back in the 70s in Detroit. And he was playing D&D, and he kept homebrewing until finally he decided, I'm just going to publish this as my own game, because he kept changing the way things work in D&D. And so he started this company Palladium. Max Liao, Legion of Myth, his channel is mostly about Palladium games. He's a big fan of Palladium games. They do all kinds of things. They have a system. They kind of merge their system together so that you can play any of their games with the same engine, if that makes sense. But Max is a big fan of Palladium. One of the things I love about, and you can tell, like what did Max say? He's like, I like what you're doing here. Some people find it boring. That's Max. That's his personality. Like, he goes off, like, he just says what he says. Like, he says what's on his mind, and I kind of like that. And that's one of my favorite things about his YouTube channel is that he goes off on these rants. Like, he'll have a live stream going on with a few guests, and a subject will come up, and he'll just get triggered and go off on a rant. And sometimes I agree with him, sometimes I don't, but it's always entertaining when he goes off on one of his rants. I just love it. So, anyway, Legion of Myth, if you're into Palladium games, they also talk about other role-playing games. They're really focused on Palladium games, but they talk about other things too. It's a role-playing game YouTube channel. Thanks, Max. Thanks for stopping by and pointing out that some people find this boring. I don't. It's cool, man. Okay.
All right. Next comment. By the way, these are comments from the second video. Next comment is from Retro DM Ray. Number 1, love the no cussing part, and 2, wow, didn't know that about Raymond E. Feist. Cool, thanks.
Yeah, didn't this is on which video?
Second video.
Oh, so still Ray, you made it through 2 videos. Hey man, thank you. Again, I'm a big fan of your channel. Thank you for I've watched all your videos. I've been subscribed to you for 4 years now. And yeah, go check out Ray's Retro DM Ray. Go check out his YouTube channel. He makes tons of cool videos about D&D.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait, and we know a lot about the Greyhawk setting. So when I first came back to D&D, I started looking around for, I was totally lost by all the things that had happened since the 90s and totally confused. I mean, the hobby has changed so
Raymond
much.
A. Feist.
Huh?
It was about Raymond A. Feist, not...
No, he's talking about Greyhawk. Doesn't he say something about Greyhawk?
No.
Raymond E. Feist. Okay, but in the earlier comment, he said, wow, you know so much about Greyhawk.
Yeah.
So when I came back and I was looking for D&D and not really finding it, I found D&D in the Greyhawk community, in the fan community.
Mm-hmm.
I found some people there that were still playing D&D that makes sense because D&D and the Greyhawk setting are pretty closely linked to each other. You can pry them apart, but you got to use a crowbar to pry them apart. I mean, this setting was developed using D&D rules, original D&D, and then advanced D&D, but they're very closely linked together. The setting is very. You can play the setting with other game systems, but the setting is anyway. When I came back to D&D, and I went looking for people who were still playing D&D, not 5th edition or 4th edition or 3rd edition, or whatever. I was looking for people who were still playing D&D, and I found them in the Greyhawk community. But I've since kind of, found them in other communities too. And there's a lot of us. There's a lot of people in 2024 playing D&D, man. A game that's, only available print on demand from a company that I don't want to get too negative. Go ahead.
Okay.
What are you smiling about? You're looking at me and smiling.
I'm just reading the next comment up, and it made me smile.
Okay, what video is it from?
It's from our most recent video, episode 6.
We haven't had anything on 3, 4, 5?
Nope, just
Okay.
checked. Okay. This one is from... I don't remember how I pronounced his name in the last video. I'm sorry if I mispronounced this. Denola J or Denolage or which one? Denola J?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's a guy in Belgium.
Yes.
Yeah, we said bedankt. We looked up how to say thank you.
So he responded and said, nice pronunciation, Graaggedan, I think.
Oh, if you hit Google Translate.
I know. It says, the translate says don't mention it.
Yeah, so let me read it.
Yeah, here.
It says Graaggedan. I'm going to read that as Graaggedan. So it basically means you're welcome.
Yeah.
Don't mention it. You're welcome. Okay, so bedankt in Dutch is thank you. And
Graaggedan.
Graaggedan is you're welcome.
I think so.
Bedankt and Graaggedan.
All right.
We're learning Dutch.
Yeah. Time to go to Belgium.
Yeah, see, this is D&D for you. You learn stuff.
Yeah.
I love it. Bedankt and Graaggedan.
Yeah, I think so.
So when we're in Amsterdam and somebody says bedankt, we will say Graaggedan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully
that doesn't mean something obscene. Yeah. Okay. That would be bad.
Yeah, thank you.
Americans have such a good reputation overseas, Anyway.
Is that a joke?
Yeah, it is a joke.
Okay.
It's like in the movie Vacation,
Yeah.
European Vacation, when they're all wearing lederhosen in Germany, and they're all wearing berets in Paris.
Yeah.
And, that's how I think of Americans going overseas.
Pretty much. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Americans wearing big sombreros down in Mexico while they're on vacation. Just
ridiculous stuff. Yeah.
So embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, next comment is from RWU Studios. Solid call about Cook and not understanding the design of the game. Good take, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry about getting negative, but I mean, there's some stuff in the game that just isn't correct, doesn't work properly. Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, Dave Cook did a lot of great stuff, but he also...
Your hand off your mouth.
my hand is on my mouth.
Yeah.
Dave Cook did a lot of great stuff, but he also did some stuff that were mistakes.
Yeah.
And that's that. I'm still a fan, but I don't mean to throw shade at him, but there's some really interesting stuff in that book, Oriental Adventures. But the way he did his classes, and I didn't mention it before. Oh, God. I didn't mention it before, but he opens the possibility for multi-classing for humans, which, again, is game-breaking, because the way he does the ninja class, it's a multi-class for humans. So you're like a bushi that multi-classes a ninja, or you're a this that multi-classes a ninja. It's a multi-class for humans, which should not exist in this game. It breaks the game, breaks the balance of the game.
Yeah.
He made some good stuff. Hey, he made Isle of Dread. He edited this book. He's done some great work over the years. He made some mistakes in some other things.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Next comment is from Michael Gross. Thanks for the FGG shout out. Tegel Manor's latest iteration is terrific.
You mean this? Here's the original. Yeah, so I don't know if we'll use it because it takes place on the coast. But it's really good.
Looking at those maps, though, it doesn't appear that that the coast is actually like that. What?
May have just shown my shipping address.
Okay. It doesn't appear that it's that integral.
Yeah, but there's a whole pirate layer.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, there's a whole... Hold on, I'm trying to open it up. It's a super the maps are super glossy, so there's going to be a huge glare. Can't do anything about it. But look, this is coastline.
Yeah,
there's a pirate layer, and I checked the original maps from Judges Guild. Same thing. So a lot of times people will do an update, and they'll change a lot of stuff. But this is really very close to the original map, and also the original map of Tegel Manor. Very, very close, if not identical, to the original map. I didn't, when I compared these maps to the original maps, I didn't see any big changes. So, which is a good thing. I want the old school stuff. I don't want the new school stuff. But this is a pirate camp. So yeah, we could just like drop this somewhere, but look, it comes with a village.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it would be losing something to put it inland and take it off the coast.
Okay.
Like, I think we should place it somewhere else.
Okay.
Not the Duchy of Tenh. I also thought of I was thinking of another cool haunted mansion, and it's really cool. It's called the Halls of Tizun Thane, and it was in White Dwarf magazine back in the 80s. And it's really, really good. Everybody who runs it loves it. So that's another option for, like, if we want to stick a haunted mansion in here, the Halls of Tizun Thane.
Yeah.
But this is cool. Like, I would love to run this. I've never run Tegel Manor. I really want to, and I never have, and I want to. The other one I've always wanted to run, and I never have, but it also takes place on a coast, is it was in the Holmes box set. It's called the Tower of Zenopus. I've never been able to run that, and I would love to. It's small dungeon done by J.R. Holmes. And then Gary sort of edited it, and he, from what I've read, he lowered the amount of treasure and raised the danger, like, of the monsters that are in there. But I would love to run this, and I would love to run that. But they take place on the coast, so I don't know that we're gonna run those anytime soon. Okay. I don't know. I've got a million things that I would love to run.
Well, we got time. We'll get to it eventually.
Yeah.
In 10 years, when we upload another YouTube video, we'll be starting that. I don't know.
Yeah. 10 years. Let's see, I'll be how old? I'm ready to retire. I'm too young. Okay.
Okay, that's all the comments.
Okay, what do we got next?
Weather generator.
What? Oh, okay. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's all on this page. Okay, so I will put something else that moving on. So we're going to get into some gameplay. So we are in, and I put hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Show this. How does it look like?
Ooh.
Really huge glare.
That's not so good.
Not good.
Hold on. Let me. Okay.
Well, turn it at an angle. No, it's horrible.
No. Just put it back.
Wow,
Just
it's reflecting the lights.
Leave it there. That way you can see the Duchy of Tenh.
Look at the light reflection.
Yeah, I see the light reflect. You can actually see that I taped some paper to our lamps to hopefully.
So Ethan hates that there were shadows being cast on the table by our lights, so he put more lights directly above the table. And now you can see them like in a mirror image. So I went, this is just like a cheap frame I got at Walmart for my Darlene maps. And it's a super cheap frame. And now I don't have to worry about them getting banged up or torn up.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't quite fit. You can see there's some extra space at the edges. It does fit top to bottom, but on the sides it doesn't quite fit. It's a Walmart purchase, and I've got the other map in another.
There's no way you can get rid of the glare.
Cannot get rid of it.
Put it down. It's not. It's literally a mirror. It's glass that's reflecting the.
Okay, but where are we? We're in the Duchy of Tenh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not part. All right. The camera can see it.
Yes.
All right, we're in the Duchy of Tenh. We're in this hex right here. In Dragon Magazine. Oh, God, I'm not tall enough. Okay. This book, the glossography. Wait. No.
It's not too bad.
It's not too bad on the book.
Yeah, I know that. Okay.
All right. So in this book, the glossography, there are tables for generating weather in different areas of the Greyhawk setting. Those tables came from an article in Dragon Magazine written by a third party, and then they adjusted those tables and put them in here for the 83 World of Greyhawk box set. But there's more. I don't need to actually flip to it. Here it is. Precipitation, wind chill, terrain effects. Okay, so different terrain. There's a website. It's amazing. I will also put that in a pinned comment. And you can put in what day of the year on the Greyhawk calendar. You can put in your latitude, and it will generate weather for you using the tables that are in here. So we don't have to like go through table after table after table, roll this, roll that, roll this, roll that. You can literally just go to this website. It's got all this weather generation on the web, like in the algorithm of the website, in the engine, in the programming of the website. The website will generate your weather for you. And we discovered something. So when you put in the latitude of this hex that's up here in the north part of the Duchy of Tenh, what did we find?
It's really, really cold.
It's really cold at this latitude in Greyhawk. So we were going to start in the beginning of spring, and then we discovered it in the beginning of spring at this latitude in Greyhawk. It's still the ground.
It's like below freezing.
It's below freezing.
It's snowing every day. It's yeah.
Yeah. And so I kept moving it until I got to the middle of summer.
Yeah.
And then I kept generating weather, and I kept getting like highs in the 50s.
Yeah.
Like, this is a very cold latitude in the Greyhawk setting. Now, as you get down to here, you get down to the tropics down in here. But way up here in the Greyhawk setting where we're playing, and I got a guy who's barefoot.
Yeah.
So what did we... let me put this aside. So what did we generate for...
Can you roll for frostbite in this game?
There are rules in the Wilderness Survival Guide. There's rules in 2 places that I know of.
Okay.
Good question. I'm not going to go pull them off the shelf. Do I have to go pull them off the shelf? Okay, I'm not going to pull them off the shelf. So in the Wilderness Survival Guide, came out in like 86, I want to say. Doug Niles did it, I think. It has rules for, surviving in the desert, surviving in Arctic conditions, really cold conditions, frostbite. It's got rules for that stuff.
Yeah.
There's another book done by Mayfair Games, and it's an adventure book. It's a setting book called Ice Elves. And it's really good. It's really interesting. Again, I've only read it. I haven't played in it. I haven't run it. But, man, it looks great. And it's got a setting that's up like near the Arctic Circle, maybe past the Arctic Circle. Like, it's a land of ice and frozen oceans. And there's boats that skate around using the wind, but they skate around on skates because the surface of the water is frozen all the time.
Yeah.
And there's elves up there. There's pirates that like go out and raid people using these ice ships. It's really
kind of cool.
It is very cool, and it has very detailed rules for surviving in Arctic conditions for AD&D.
Yeah.
It's called Ice Elves. It's made by Mayfair Games. It's way out of print. I got mine off of eBay, like we all have to do. Eventually, you got to turn to eBay if you get too deep into this hobby, because a lot of the good stuff is out of print. Mayfair is still around, but they're never going to reprint their AD&D stuff again. So there are rules, but I'm not going to go dig them out and worry about it. So we decided to start in mid-spring on the first day of Growfest. So in the Greyhawk calendar, there are 12 months, equal number of days, and in the middle of each season, there's a festival week that's not part of a month. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Growfest is one of those festival weeks. And so Growfest 4 is like the middle of, it's like the spring solstice, or the middle of spring. So I listed out the days of the week. 1 Growfest, Starday. 2 Growfest is Sunday. The 3rd of Growfest is Moon Day. The 4th of Growfest is God's Day. The 5th of Growfest is Water Day. The 6th of Growfest is Earth Day. And the 7th of Growfest is Free Day on the Greyhawk calendar.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and this is that. And then, so we're going to start on the 1st of Growfest. Oh, the year is 576 CY. Common year. 576 common year. Why? Because this material is all written for 576 CY. Okay?
Okay.
In Dragon Magazine, there's a series of articles that were done after this by Gary Gygax and Rob Kuntz where they advanced the timeline up to 579. But it's wargaming material where they explain, like, the Duchy of Tenh goes and invades these hills, and then the theocracy of the Pale takes advantage of their absence and invades their southern border, and they've got this many horsemen and this many heavy infantry. It's very wargamey. These articles are intended to use the Greyhawk setting as in a wargame campaign. So they're really cool articles.
Got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
My facial hair has prepared me for wargaming. I could be a general.
So Ethan has been growing a beard for a while just to annoy his father, and he just shaved off part of his beard so that he has enormous lamb chops, sideburns, and I really, really, really do not like it. I think he's doing it just to make his father angry. Because he knows that he's not a Civil War general, and yet he insists on looking like one. Why did you bring that up?
I don't know. You were talking about wargaming.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just made
You
me
feel
think
like
of generals.
Oh. So you've got Civil War general facial hair, and it makes you think of wargaming?
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
We're gonna start Growfest 1. Yeah, so essentially what we learned is that nobody is growing much of anything. They get maybe one crop a year at this latitude. So we got a couple weavers in town. It's going to be wool. It's all going to be about wool.
Yeah.
Maybe they get one crop of flax a year. But really, this is going to be a wool-producing region because they're going to grow some grain. They're going to have some gardens in the summer, but their summers are so short. And, like, the high temperatures, like, barely hits 60 degrees.
Yeah.
It's yeah. This is a cold place. I didn't realize how cold it was until I used the weather generator. Mm-hmm. So I will link to that. But so what we came up with, we generated for our first week of the campaign, we generated the weather. Average temperature, 32, 37, 33, 29, 29, 32, 35, just barely above freezing. Well, there's a couple days below freezing.
Yeah.
Fahrenheit, that's Fahrenheit. We're Americans. We're doing Fahrenheit. And then we've got our first 2 days of light snow, and then it's clear. Oh, one is 5 hours of light snow. One is light snow all day. Mm-hmm. That's our first 2 days. Then we have clear. Then we have fog. Then we have drizzle all day. Then we have fog for 7 hours. Then we have fog.
If the temperature is 29 degrees, it wouldn't make sense for it to be drizzling.
Yeah, it can. It can fall as water and then freeze when it hits the ground. Mm. Absolutely.
Okay.
Happens here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, fine. Okay.
It can rain when it's below freezing. Because when it's leaving the clouds, it's not below freezing.
Okay.
And then it hits the ground. Like the air can be warmer than the ground or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
The upper atmosphere can be warmer than the ground level atmosphere. Right?
Yes.
It's
okay. All right.
I mean, you've seen it.
I understand.
You've seen it rain and freeze.
Yes.
Yeah. They call it an ice storm because everything is covered in ice real fast, and all the limbs and power lines come down. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's possible. It could rain when it's below freezing. It is possible. Yeah, wind. Let's see.
Is that wind direction?
Yeah,
okay.
It's which direction it's coming from. Out of the west, 9 miles per hour. Out of the southwest, 10 miles per hour. No big deal. There's one day where it's really windy. Let's see. Oh, that drizzle all day. It's coming out of the west at 18 miles. Oh, no. Thin fog. It's coming out of the west at 23 miles per hour. Mm. And occasionally the weather generator will tell you what phases the moons are in. So on the fourth day of God's Day, which is also the spring solstice, it's the middle of the 4th of Growfest, is the middle on the Greyhawk calendar of spring. And the Greyhawk setting has 2 moons. There's a big one called Luna and a small one called Selene. And it gives us, the weather generator also gives us their phases. So Luna is going to be a quarter full, and Selene is going to be full, the smaller moon.
Okay.
I don't know why we need that, but you could say that lycanthropy only happens when there's a full moon.
You could say there's more light at night.
True.
Yeah. If you're moving around at night.
True.
And
if you have
got
two full moons,
then it's going to be...
There's only on the Greyhawk calendar one day a year, the summer solstice, Midsummer's Day, or that night. There's only one day that both moons are full. They have different cycles.
Yeah.
And that is also the day when druids are out cutting their mistletoe. But I would think that's the day when lycanthropes are all changing. They're all the were-rats, all the werewolves. Mm-hmm. That's a dangerous night to be out and about.
Yeah.
It depends on how many lycanthropes there are.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully they're rare. It depends on what the dice tell us. But I mean, hopefully there's not. There is a forest in Voluna on the Greyhawk map that's got like a community of werewolves that lives in it. But that's like the other side of that's hundreds of miles away from where we are.
Fantastic.
Yeah. We don't have to worry about it right now. And when they're in human form, they're okay.
Yeah.
They're not attacking anybody. It's
just when they're not in human form, then they're not okay.
When they all wolf out, then you don't want to be anywhere near that forest.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's what else? Okay, scratch that off.
All right.
Weather generator. No, go ahead. Scratch it off. Okay, we only have one thing left to do. Leave town.
All right, let's actually play D&D on our 7th episode.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know what though? Like, it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think so. Let's talk about solo doing this as a solo game for a minute.
Okay.
It would be easier, I think, to run a standard campaign. Players at the table.
Yeah.
DM is saying, okay, here's your village. Okay, there's your character, there's your character, there's your character. Here's what we're going to run. Let's go.
For sure. I agree.
But because I don't want to like metagame stuff, like we took the time to, and we're going to continue to take the time to auto-generate, to use the rules to generate terrain.
Yeah.
And we're going to metagame as little as possible. There's going to be times when we have to make a decision. Mm-hmm. We have to metagame. We'll just try to do what seems fair. Because there are going to be situations there are no rules for. But if you're a DM with a group of players, it's just, I don't think it would take nearly as much prep.
I agree.
Yeah. It takes more prep to solo play.
Yeah.
Agreed?
I agree.
Like, I've been spending all that time making my little cheat sheets so that I don't forget anything, getting all this stuff printed off and put in my book so I can access it without looking in the rule book. I've spent time reading this. I've spent time reading this. All in prep. Whereas if I'm a DM, for a group of players, I can just kind of run from the hip.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yes.
Any thoughts?
No, I agree with you. I think, yeah, it's definitely a lot more work to run this solo.
Am I talking too much? Shut up, Dad. Is that what you're thinking?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're such a good boy. You don't want to be disrespectful. I raised you right. Okay. All right. Let's hit pause. Let's pull out our characters and let's play some D&D.
All right.
Let's get another beer.
One day later.
Somewhere in the distance, I hear the bells ring. Darkness settles on the town as the children start to sing. And the lady across the street, she shuts out the light. Oh, crap. She shuts out the night. There's a cast of thousands waiting, and she turns out the light, but it's too late, too late, too late, too late for love. Yes, it's too late. You don't like my sound check?
What? No,
what?
It's not a sound check. Leave it going.
Okay.
It's staying in.
Oh no! But then everyone's gonna hear my horrible voice while I'm
that
singing.
is staying in. That is not.
That was supposed to be a sound check.
That was hilarious, and it has to stay in. I decree it.
Okay. All right.
Are we? Is the recording going?
It's recording. Yeah.
All right. That's staying in.
Okay. Okay.
It's got to.
All right. That's fine.
It's great. It's hilarious.
That can be the.
Ethan thought he was doing a sound check.
I was doing a sound check,
but I just decided
okay.
no, that's too good.
Oh, okay.
We gotta leave that in.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we recorded the earlier part yesterday on Tuesday,
November 19th.
And today, and then we were going to take a break and come back to it, and we didn't. It got late. We ended up going to visit somebody in the hospital. It didn't get late. We ended up going to the hospital.
Yeah.
So now we are back the next day, one day later.
Yes.
It is Wednesday, November 20th.
It's Wednesday, my dudes. It's a vine.
It's got to be from a movie.
No, it's a vine. Oh, wait, what?
Isn't it from a movie?
I don't know. I know it from the Vine because there's like a guy standing on a counter in a Spider-Man suit. And he's like, "It's Wednesday, my dudes," and then he's like, "Ah!"
It's probably from the movie Clerks, which you probably haven't seen.
No.
It's not a great movie. It's vaguely funny.
Okay.
It's a 90s movie
vaguely funny?
It's a 90s movie about these two guys who work at a convenience store.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's okay. It's worth seeing, but it's not like gotta see it before you die kind of movie.
Got it.
Okay. Okay, so we don't have to do an intro or a movie or anything. We can just play D&D.
Yeah, D&D time.
Okay. Yeah. So what do we do? Okay. Who cares? Let's just play. Okay. So I'm dropping stuff. So our characters. You probably have yours.
Yep, they're right here.
Okay, here's mine. And we got our character list right here.
Yeah, marching order.
Our three wide marching order. Okay. Wait, where's the notebook?
Underneath, yeah.
So today's date, we are marching out. We're gonna play.
Okay.
Okay, and
The year is 576.
Yes.
Yeah.
Growfest. It's a festival week in the middle of spring. We're going to start on Starday, Growfest 1. And we generated, I think I said this last night, I will put a link in a pinned comment. There's an awesome website where you can generate weather for Greyhawk. You just put in your latitude and what time of year it is, and it generates and your terrain.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
No, I'm just thinking about that sound check that I did. Continue.
It's going to be great. You can't cut it out.
Too late for love.
Hey, it's Def Leppard, man.
Yeah, I know. It's great. It's just that my voice isn't.
It's a cover. We're not going to get copyrighted, are we? It's a cover.
Yeah, I mean, it's less than a minute that I was...
You think the algorithm would, recognize you singing
the lyrics?
That song?
I'm not even in key.
Yeah, it's staying in.
Yeah,
it has to. Okay. So we generated the weather. Today's weather. Okay. What we realized is that the latitude that we're at on the Greyhawk map is really cold.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this already?
Yes, we talked about this, yeah. Because you can see we talked about weather generation.
So I got one guy who's barefoot, so he's going to be wrapping some burlap around his feet or something.
Yeah.
It's 32 degrees today, average temperature.
Yeah.
So that means it's dipping down below freezing.
Light snow for 5 hours.
5 hours of light snow. We don't know when, but there's going to be some light snow. Winds out of the west at 9 miles an hour. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we are starting. All right, let's start
a new page.
Or here, Growfest. No, how do I do it? Yeah. Growfest 1. Growfest 1.
Growfest
1.
1.
576. That'll drive the Europeans crazy because they put the date.
Yeah, I know. It's
yeah.
for us Americans, it's the equivalent of saying November 20.
Sorry, Europe. We love you,
Yeah.
but we got our ways.
Growfest first.
Okay, so that's where we're starting. Underline it. Make it. You got to make. If you underline things, then they're official.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that?
I don't think anything in the Constitution is underlined. That might be a problem.
I think it's spiritually underlined.
Ah.
Yeah.
Like invisible ink.
It was underlined by the blood of the patriots who fought for our freedom.
Sweet. That works for me. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Poetic.
Yep. Okay. I'm gonna take my glasses off.
The ones that you can see with. Okay.
I know, but like so I just got off work.
Yeah.
For the viewers, and it's late at night.
About 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so it's the end of the day. I want to rest my face from when you wear glasses.
Okay.
Like, do you see these?
I'm not
pits?
arguing with you.
No, I know.
see it.
I
Yeah.
just want to explain. I'm not fighting.
I see your nose has
It has-
stuff.
yeah, I have pits on the side of my nose.
Yes.
Because that's from the weight of my glasses.
I get it.
So every now and then, I just want to take them off my face.
Makes sense.
And I'm talking really quietly, but that's
I think
okay.
it's fine. Yeah. It's picking up. The microphones. Yeah.
Yeah, we did that sound check, a Def Leppard sound check. So there's nothing to worry about. That cleared like the microphone pipes.
Oh, yeah. It's ready to go.
Yep. And we haven't spilled beer on the microphone in like 2 weeks, though.
It's kind of a problem, honestly.
Let me smell it. It doesn't smell like beer. Oh, well.
I think everybody on the internet just heard you inhale into the microphone.
I sniffed the microphone. And now I'm going to drink my beer.
All right. Cheers.
All right, cheers. All right.
Delicious.
Shut up and play D&D.
Pure vanilla. Okay.
Huh?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Okay, we're here in the town of Bloom Peak
Yeah.
with this roster of characters. 14 of them.
Yeah.
We've got a paladin, a fighter, a ranger, a bounty hunter, a thief, another fighter who one day will be a bard, a magic user, an illusionist, another magic user, a monk, an archer, a druid, a cleric named Kazam, the only one who's got a name.
My paladin also has a name.
What is it?
Edmund.
How do you spell it?
EDMUND.
EDMUND. Edmund. Okay, paladin Edmund. And then we've got like a whole, and then the cleric. So there's two guys in the back row.
Don't you also have a paladin?
Remember, we've been through this. He's missing.
Oh, okay. No big deal. Okay,
Yeah, he's missing.
cool. That's fine.
I thought I made a paladin, but I don't know. I
Okey-dokey.
can't find the sheet.
All right, no big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled 3 pages of numbers,
Yeah.
sets of attribute stats, just so I could have a paladin. And maybe I don't remember because I made these characters weeks ago,
Months ago.
like over the summer.
Yeah.
Like, and
It was
this
months
is
ago.
and this is November.
Yeah. All right. Let's play.
Let's play. All right. So we are in the town of. Here's the town. And by the way, I really want to redo this map. Keep the same buildings and everything, but I want.
Rearrange a little.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to draw it out with pencil or in a ruler, or if I want to go online and make a digital map. But I want to zoom in, just like this part.
Yes. Makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So we can see the town.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, just want to see the town.
Yeah.
And also to get a scale, because we have to fix the scales. But we're going to go with it as it is.
Yeah.
Okay, we're leaving Bloom Peak. We are going to look for. Oh, I wanted to read up on where we are on the Duchy of Tenh.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
That works for me.
We're going to go this way, but I've had some thoughts about this. So as we go, we're going to generate the terrain all the way around.
Yeah.
Using the book.
Yes.
Using the random terrain generator. And when it's appropriate, we will roll for random encounters.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe in here...
How often do we do that?
Well, here, you want to look while I'm looking up the part about the Duchy of Tenh. Look up, look in the table of contents. See if there's anything about random encounters.
Encounter tables are on page 4.
There you go. Page 4. Wow, right at the beginning.
Encounter tables.
Can't be that easy.
Okay.
Now, you flip the page. There should be a chart. There should be a chart for each region.
Random
there you
encounter
go.
tables.
Right. Right.
Okay.
So, wait, come forward. You're off the screen.
Sorry, yeah, okay. And we are in
Look for the
Duchy
Duchy of
Tenh.
Tenh. Yeah, look for the Duchy of Tenh.
Okay. That would be right here. Okay.
So,
Doesn't say how
the
often.
Pale, Radic, or 10. So we're 10.
Yeah.
So there's no chance of running into dwarves or elves. Or gnomes. 3% chance at demi-humans. Wait, that aren't dwarves. What? That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh, it either... Oh, so then you have to go to a demi-human table and roll what kind of demi-humans they are.
Oh,
okay. 3% chance of demi-humans. So instead of... There's only a 3% chance of any of those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a 6% chance of humanoids. Those are the ones we don't want to run into. Bandits. There's a 5% chance.
Brigands, merchants.
Brigands. And again, what's the difference between a brigand and a bandit? In English, there is no difference. But in the game, there's a difference. 3% chance of brigands. 9% chance of merchants. That's good. Or a patrol. Oh, no, there's no chance of a patrol. No chance of a patrol of levies. But there's a 4% chance of a medium patrol, like medium soldiers. That's wargamey speak. Medium infantry or something like that. Medium cavalry.
5% chance.
Medium horse. No, 4%.
31 to 35. That includes 31 and 35. 31, 34. Oh, yeah, you're right.
4% chance.
4%.
Pilgrims. 2% chance of pilgrims. What do we have? A 6%
Trolls.
chance of raiders.
1% chance of trolls.
See, and who are those raiders going to be? They're going to be the barbarians coming from the north. And it says men raiders. I was thinking. When we get this, when we roll to find out what all the encounters are, what's actually in here, when we roll for it, that will inform us, I think. Remember our story about why the town is so depopulated?
Yeah.
Is that somebody raided it over the winter? So if we find that this place is full of kobolds or orcs or goblins or something like that, then that might be the source of where the raid came from.
This is true.
Otherwise, it could just be barbarians from the north.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Or bandits from the Bandit Kingdom.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Roving bandits. Local bandits even. Yeah. Yes. Okay. So we got a 1% chance of trolls. Which really, I mean, it's only a 1% chance, but I don't have the map out here. But
And a 54%
we're
chance of using the standard.
there's an
encounter.
area of trolls at the southeastern part of the Duchy of Tenh,
Yeah.
but we're on the complete opposite side of the Duchy of Tenh. And what did you just say?
54% chance of using the standard encounter table.
Oh, so that means you go to the DMG.
Yeah.
But we have to make a decision about that.
Okay.
The DMG only includes stuff from the monster manual.
Okay. So the question is, do we use this or do we use like...
If we use there are tables in the Fiend Folio that include the Monster Manual and the Fiend Folio. And there are tables in Monster Manual 2 that include all 3 books. So do we want to just go super basic with the Dungeon Master's Guide in the Monster Manual? Or do we want to dive in, throw the kitchen sink at it, and use the tables from Monster Manual 2 or Fiend Folio? It's food for thought. We don't have to decide right now.
I kind of like the idea of just like throwing the kitchen sink at it.
Okay.
But whatever.
You throw the kitchen sink at it.
Bring
Okay.
it in.
So if we... Okay. Did you just do a Cheech and Chong thing?
Yeah.
Let's do it again.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man. Hey, man. Hey, stop jonesing it, man. Hey, you're slobbering on it, man. Okay, sorry. Dave's not here. Come on, man, let me in. It's the cops, man, let me in. Who is it? Wait, who is it? It's Dave, man. You know who I am. Come on, man, let me in. Come on, man. The cops are out here. I think they're getting closer. Hurry up, man. Open the door. Dave? Dave's not here. No, man, I'm Dave. Let me in, man. It's a Cheech and Chong routine that goes on for like 15 minutes. It's so funny. Dave's not here. Okay, what am I doing? Duchy of Tenh.
Yes.
Okay. Geographical margins, political divisions. Oh, that's going to be it. Right? Page 18? Probably.
What about the Duchy of 11?
I don't know. Is it going to... It's probably going to be under 10, not under Duchy. That's what I'm betting. Nyrand... I'm betting it's not under Duchy. I'm betting it's under 10. We are in the Duchy 10. I found it.
Indeed.
You know what I want to do?
What?
What I've been wanting to do?
What do you want to do?
Open a beer and drink some D&D.
Sounds good.
Okay.
All right.
The Duchy of Tenh. Ruled by His Radiance. Duke... Oh, how do you pronounce that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Rule 42. We name things badly.
His Radiance. Duke. Yeah.
I really think they were trying to... Like H.P. Lovecraft, on purpose... In his letters, he said that he was using unpronounceable names for these otherworldly creatures.
Yeah.
Because he just, on purpose, just to screw with the reader, just to like he wanted them to be very alien, and he didn't want people like walking around saying like, "Yeah, I saw the Hulk," you know.
Yeah.
You know, it's so easy to say. It's harder to say, "Yeah, I saw Sathagua," you know, like it was intentional. He gave him these weird names intentionally, and I wonder if Gygax did the same thing here.
Yeah.
Duke, Ehyeh.
Yeah.
You know, in Dragon Magazine, I think it was Jim Ward. Somebody, or it might have been Dave Cook. Somebody wrote an article saying how to pronounce things like boulet. Because a lot of people were arguing, is it bullet or boulette or or boot? And drow. A lot of people still call it dro, like crow.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I only hear it online.
Oh.
I never hear it in person.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever heard it in person.
No, I haven't either.
But there's people online who call it dro instead of drow. Drow elves.
Drow.
DROW, drow.
Yeah.
And by the way, it was confirmed by Gary that it's drow like cow. But there's still people that call it dro. Whatever. Doesn't matter. All right, but how do you pronounce Duke? Ehyeh. Okay, internet, help us out. How do you pronounce Ehyeh? Oh, let's ask Google.
Oh.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah, I got it here.
Can you say... Can you type it in, or do you have to say it?
I'm going to find out. How do you spell it?
Ehyeh. Google, how do you pronounce Ehyeh?
Interesting.
What?
It's a Hebrew word.
What does it mean?
It means
How do you pronounce it?
commonly translated as "I am that I am." Is what
Eye?
Google says.
How do you pronounce it? Eye?
It's it's like yeah.
What is it? It starts with an olive? What
Aleph,
letters?
Aleph, Hey, Yud, Hey. It's look.
Aleph,
it's,
Hey, Yud, Hey. It's almost the
yeah.
same letters.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
How
that
do you pronounce that?
with like an H at the end, so it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And it means what?
It means Google is saying that it means I am that I am.
I am that I am?
That's what it says on Google. I don't know.
That's what Popeye says.
Here, let me try.
I am
Google
that I
Translate.
am. That's a line from Popeye.
Hold on. Where is?
I'm strong to the finish because I eats me spinach. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot toot. I am what I am. So Eye means I am what I am. And it's pronounced Eye in Hebrew, but what's it pronounced in English though?
I don't know. Hold on.
So that's a word in Hebrew. But Gygax would not have known words in Hebrew, I don't think.
Probably not.
He named a lot of places after family and friends, but like if you mix up these letters, oh my gosh, we're obsessing over this word. If you mix up these letters, what else can you get from it? Y-E-E. City. From Hausa.
No, I know, but that's the only way I know how
So
to
what does
get
it mean in Hausa?
It means, I don't know, hold on.
What is Hausa?
I don't know.
It's a language, but where's it from?
I don't know.
So what does it mean in Hausa? Maybe it means something else in Hausa.
Yeah. Pronunciation. How to pronounce.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
Well, you're looking at it.
Yeah, I know, but it's English, so when you translate English to English, it just puts in
translate from Hausa.
Yeah, I don't know how to type in Hausa. I don't.
That's the language.
I understand, but for Google Translate to be able to like translate it, you actually have to type it in that language.
Hausa.
Yeah, I know, but that's not that's not the alphabet of Hausa. Okay. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Although here's a video of
all right, it's and it's a word in Hebrew and it's a word in Hausa. We know what it means.
Here's how you pronounce it in Hebrew.
In Hebrew, it means I am what I am. I love that. Don't you love that?
Yeah, that's great. Hold on.
I wish I had named a character after that. I am what I am. What? Do it again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Duke. Yeah.
Duke. Duke. Yeah. Sounds like you're like choking on something. Duke of Tenh. His Radiance.
His Radiance Duke of Tenh.
And in Hebrew, his name means I am what I am. That is awesome.
I think
that is so funny. Okay.
I am that I am.
All right, now get ready.
Not I am what I am. I am that I am.
I am that I am. Well, it means the same thing, though.
I guess. Yeah.
I am that I am.
I don't know. There'd probably be a half dozen people in the Talmud that are arguing over what that means.
I don't think that Gygax knew anything about any of that, though. Okay. But he didn't know anything about Hausa either, I don't think.
I don't even know what Hausa is.
It's a language.
From where?
I don't know. You're the one looking at Google.
Hausa.
You literally have all the information in the world at your fingertips.
Hausa is an ethnic group in West Africa.
Okay.
Mainly found in northwestern Nigeria and southern Niger.
Nigeria. There you go. And Niger. Okay.
Yeah, they're the largest ethnic group in the area and speak the Hausa language.
So I'm telling you, Gary is not naming things after the Hausa language.
Yeah. Most likely not.
And I don't think he would name things after Hebrew either. He was a conservative Christian guy, but I don't know. It's weird, but okay, Duke of Tenh. I don't think he intended it to be a Hebrew name or a Hebrew word.
I don't think so either.
It's just coincidence.
I think it's a cool coincidence, though.
Yeah, it is. I am that I am.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay. The capital we know is Nevon-Nevnend.
Yes.
Okay, and we know how to pronounce that now.
Yeah.
Population, huge.
Yeah.
23,800.
It's almost as big as your mama. Sorry.
Oh my
I'm sorry.
God.
I'm sorry. Anyway, sorry about that one.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Do you want me to? I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her and ask her if she's as big as Nevon-Nevnend.
Demi-human sum.
No, wait. But here's the mind-blowing part. Population. Do you see it?
200,000. Okay.
200,000.
That's a lot of people.
There's 24,000 in the city.
So a little over 10% of the population is in their capital city. But that still leaves a lot of people
There's 170-some thousand people.
living here.
Yeah.
And there's only 10 people in town with us.
So I think because we're up north of the river.
Actually, there's more of us than there are people in town.
Yeah.
Our party is larger than the population of our village.
Yeah, but we can't take it over because then the Baron or the Count or
I'm
something.
not talking about taking it over. That's kind of crazy. Like, you walk into town, there's more of you than there are of the...
But we decided the dice don't lie.
Yeah. Okay.
And the dice say that there's 10 people in the town.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, we're going with the dice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. But I was thinking about that too. With every week that goes by, we have our calendar somewhere. Yeah. With every week that goes by, we can roll, like, say, roll D4 to see how many people come back to town.
That's true. Yeah.
It's springtime, so I'm thinking people are going to be wanting... The people who fled...
They're going to want to come back.
They're going to start trickling back because they're going to want to reclaim their homes. They're going to want to get back to business.
What homes? There's only 10 buildings in town.
Right, but 10 buildings can house a lot of people in the Middle Ages.
All right.
In the Middle Ages, you can squeeze a lot of peasants into 10 buildings.
Okay.
A lot more than 10 peasants. So, I mean, you can fit 10 peasants in one house in the Middle Ages. Yeah.
And do what? They're living in a frozen wasteland.
Okay, yeah. So maybe they're getting one crop a year during the summer.
But that's not enough.
They're herding sheep.
People.
They're herding sheep.
Okay.
I mean, they're just shepherds.
Yeah, makes sense.
There's 2 weavers here.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. They're herding sheep.
They're shepherds.
And then they must be trading for food because you cannot sustain a whole town on a single crop a year.
Oh, 100%. Like but that goes for every village. Every medieval village is going to have to, they're going to have to import, they're growing grain or they're producing something. Maybe they're mining salt, but...
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I get it.
But everything else they're going to have to import. Like, there's a trade network. There's merchants that travel around with carts and wagons selling stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Or... maybe once a month they walk off down the road to the next town and make a purchase.
Yeah. We still don't know how often to roll encounters.
That is in here.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Because we got the encounter table, but we just don't know how often to roll it.
Yeah. Well, it's in the DMG, but... Hold on. Most of the tables apply to open terrain areas inside various countries. Border territories should be treated as wilderness, but 10% of such encounters are with patrols. So is there... Oh. Okay, so there's encounter tables for various forests and mountain ranges, various hills. I don't think that would apply to us. Wastelands doesn't apply to us. Marshes doesn't apply to us. Yeah, I mean, we are in a border area. Treated as wilderness. A 10%. Okay, so in the Dungeon Master's Guide, when you're rolling encounters, you've got Oh, God, I'm going to have to find it. Lost. Oh, procedures for becoming lost. I need something to bookmark something.
Got those tabs. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
They're over there. Over there.
Do you think it'll stick to the paper, though?
Nah.
This is precious.
I mean, it's meant to come off of the paper.
I'll use blue because... Is it? It better, man, because... If this causes damage, I'm going to be very unhappy. Okay. Rules for lost parties. Land adventures. Frequency of encounters. So here it says, if you're in a plane, you check once in the morning, once in the evening, and once at midnight.
Okay.
But I think that's... You have to show population density. Oh. Okay, then the chances for encounters. Relatively dense, not here, 1 in 20. Moderate to sparse but patrolled, 1 in 12. Or uninhabited, 1 in 10. So this is moderate to sparse, 1 in 12. Okay, so we're rolling 1 in 12.
Okay.
Can we remember that?
I will set aside a 12-sided die.
Okay, we're rolling 1 in 12 to find out. And we're checking morning, evening, and night.
Okay.
And midnight. Let's write it down. 1d12 encounters. Morning. I'm not going to remember. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Noon, midnight. There's so much to remember.
Notes are like the core of D&D.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember. Okay, so wait, did that answer your question? How
Yeah.
often do we...
Yes, that answered my question.
Okay. There's usually different, in D&D, there's different, like in the Dungeon Master's Guide, there's different charts for uninhabited areas and inhabited areas.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's also different, and then you go by terrain. Different things exist in different terrain, or more likely to be in different terrain. You're more likely to find a troll in a swamp than you are in a desert.
Makes sense.
You're more likely to find a snake in a desert than you are in the tundra.
Yeah.
Or on the side of a mountain. So, okay. Okay.
Okie dokie.
All right. So, we've got our random encounter. Okay, hold on. If warfare breaks out between two states, the border area would be filled with troops, so patrol activity would at least double. All right, but I'm not going to adjust all this. And monster-type encounters would likely be replaced by encounters of the armed forces. If an encounter is with unspecified humanoids, demi-humans, or giants, refer to the standard humanoid, demi-human, or giant subtables on page 185 of the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Yep.
So if we roll up humanoids, we have to go to the humanoid subtable.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm making fun of you.
You're making fun of me like that other guy was who left a comment because
Yeah.
I'm tapping stuff. And yeah, it's annoying to watch.
It's okay.
Yeah, when people, it's distracting and it annoys people. But darn it, like, this is cool stuff. I want to tap it. And this is like vinyl. It feels good. It's smooth vinyl.
And there's like a texture underneath it because our table is textured.
Yeah,
Do you feel that?
Yeah, the wood has a texture underneath
Yeah.
it. So it feels a little bumpy.
I kind of like that.
It's awesome.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not going to, I do want to slap it and tap it. I do. I'm
Slap
fighting.
it and tap it.
I want to slap it and tap it, baby. But I'm fighting the urge.
All right.
I'm fighting the urge. I'm not going to slap and tap.
Fighting the urge to slap it and tap it.
That's right. Don't you? That's right. That's true. Okay. So we know what we have to roll.
Yes. Okay. How often we need to roll encounters?
When we go out.
Yes.
Morning. And we're going to get our movement speed. Oh. I think that's in here too.
Movement speed?
Adventures, place of birth, index to sit, political, weather, encounter tables, rates of travel, page 3. It's in here. Page 3. This is the glossography for the guide to the World of Greyhawk fantasy setting.
Glossography for the guide.
You're like swaying back and forth. Are you okay? Do you need to go to the
No,
bathroom?
I am caffeinated.
Ah. Do you want to stand up?
No. I had some coffee before I left to pick you up from work.
When you're drinking a beer, so.
Yeah.
Thank you for being caffeinated when you came to get me.
You're welcome.
And alert.
Yes.
You're getting straight A's, right?
Yes.
We're recording and I'm putting on the spot.
I mean, I say the same answer every time because that's the truth.
But it's true. Like, it's okay.
Yes. Yes, I'm getting straight A's.
Good boy. Okay.
For the world to know.
Yes. No, I want it recorded.
All right.
It's going to go up on YouTube.
Okay.
And if that's not true, how's that for pressure?
Perjuring myself on YouTube?
Yes.
I'm not lying, though.
Okay.
'Tis the truth.
Good boy. Look at the artwork.
It's cool stuff. It's like Mongolian dudes.
Yeah, they do look kind of Central Asian.
Like that hat he's wearing.
Yeah, the fur.
Yeah.
Right. The armor, I'm not so sure. The armor's kind of Persian.
No, yeah, something like that. But that hat, definitely like, yeah.
Like a Mongolian, Central Asian thing.
Yeah.
So cool.
Gotta
Okay,
love it.
rates of travel.
Yes.
Oh, wait. To determine the number of inhabitants of any settlement, use the following table.
Well, we use the table and village guide. One.
Yeah, but we should have used this. A thorp or a dwarf. Read it
A
yourself.
thorp or a dwarf. Okay.
A thorp or a dwarf, and there's a map symbol, but the funny thing is that symbol doesn't appear anywhere.
That's just a circle. That's like a plane.
So it's telling you what to use for a map symbol. Uh-oh.
okay.
Did I do it? Oh, I did it! I used the right map symbol. Amazing. Total coincidence.
Yeah.
I used the right map symbol. Okay. So because it's population 20 to 80, it's not even 20.
Yeah, the lowest possible population according to this would be 20.
All right, so this isn't a thorp, this is a dwarf.
We are in the dwarf of
The dwarf
what's the
of
name
Bloom
of it?
Peak.
The dwarf of Bloom Peak.
Welcome to the humble dwarf of Bloom Peak.
Within the Duchy of Tenh.
Do we want it to be a thorp or a dwarf?
I like
What is a dwarf?
I'm looking it up.
All right, Google it.
Dwarf.
A thorp, I know. A thorp is like a
Yeah,
few
I know
houses.
what a thorp is, yeah. Hold on.
But a dwarf.
Dwarf. Whoops, I accidentally typed dork.
What if it's a typo and it's supposed to be dork? The dork of Bloom Peak. No, that's horrible.
Dorf is German for village,
No?
is what I'm seeing on here.
So, but,
Like dwarf Switzerland is a small town.
okay, but village is on here too. So you got two synonyms for village.
I mean, like,
You got the German word for village, and we got the English word for village. I believe you.
yeah. It's also a film festival in Croatia.
It's the name of the film festival or the name of the place?
The name of the film festival. It's also a character portrayed by Tim Conway.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should check. It was on the
on-
Carol Burnett show.
Yeah.
And he played this guy named Dorf, and he used to he used to stand on his knees.
Yeah, and put shoes
on his knees.
Yeah.
And that guy was so funny back in the day. Okay, Dorf. Yeah, that was the name of the character.
Yeah.
Hello, Dorf. And he would lean way back to where like a normal person would fall over, but
but he's on his knees. So,
well, he's standing. He's got his legs through two holes in the floor, and they're covered up by these shoes. So funny. Okay, so we should have rolled 2d4 times 10. Let's do it just for grins. 2d4. We were using the wrong book.
5. That's
5.
50.
It should be 50 people here. If we had used this
50
book.
people in 9 buildings. Okay.
It would have been minimum 20.
Yeah.
Are we going to go with what we have?
I think we probably should. Because if we don't, then that means we're going to probably spend another like 2 episodes fixing the...
All right, but going forward, if we run into...
a village, we're using that.
We have to come back to this. And we have to remember to come back to this.
Yes.
Okay. Woo! Figures show total human population multiplied by 20% to determine the number of males fit to bear arms. Multiplied by 10%. Okay, so 2 out of
2 people in our village that are
2 out of 10 are fit to bear arms.
Yeah.
So it's whatever. Maybe the innkeeper and one of the weavers. Maybe. Who knows?
And only 10% are males.
Are males in prime condition. Suitable for man-at-arms.
So what do we have, like an old dude who can still hold a spear?
Yeah, like somebody my age. Okay. I can still pick up a weapon and go fight, but
it's like that dude.
I sure don't want to. Huh?
It's like the dude in the Battle of Helm's Deep holding the bow and arrow, and he's too
he
weak
can't hold it,
yeah.
and he loses the arrow on
Yeah, it's like that guy.
Right, he's the 20%er.
He's 1%.
He's able to pick up a bow and aim it downrange. But if you want somebody to strap on armor and pick up a sword or a pole arm,
there's only one dude in town who can do that.
It's out of 10.
Yeah. Well, we only have 10 people in our town.
Yeah. Everyone else is too young, too old, has an illness, whatever. Missing an eye because they got hit by a lawn dart when they were a kid.
Do they have lawn darts in Greyhawk?
No, but they do have real darts that are designed to kill.
Okay.
Like, not bar darts, like...
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah. Okay. All figures show only inhabitants and do not include any garrisons. Only towns and cities are indicated on the map of the yeah. Okay. All right, rates of travel. We are going... we are encumbered, I'm going to say.
Okay.
I mean, I've definitely got people carrying too much stuff.
My
6
lowest
inches,
movement rate is 6 inches.
Right, 6 inches, 9 inches, 6 inches.
Who is that? My cleric. My cleric
6 inches.
is encumbered. Everybody else is at 9.
9. I don't have anybody at 12.
No, I don't either.
9. I don't think I have anybody.
I got 2 guys at 9,
6.
1 at 6.
So you only go as fast as the slowest guy.
Yeah.
9.
Unless you split the party.
15. Oh, he's a monk.
Oh.
15?
I didn't know that was an option. I guess monks are fast.
Is that a typo?
Did you accidentally put a 5 instead of a 12?
I don't think so.
All right.
I think...
So he's the scout then. We gotta send someone up ahead.
He's wearing no armor, and he is not... He can carry up to 70 pounds without being slowed down, and he's only carrying 20 pounds worth of stuff. I wrote 15 feet.
Wow.
Honestly, I don't remember if I got that.
Where did you choose this monk class out of?
The PHB.
Oh. I'm kind of curious. I'm looking it up.
See if it says monks have a maximum movement rate of 15. I must have got that from somewhere. Normally it's only 12.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I can't believe that I just pulled that out of my backside. I must have got it from somewhere. It's got to be written down somewhere.
Monks.
15. But it doesn't, I mean, at the end of the day, we're going as fast as the slowest guy, and that's 6 inches.
Yeah.
Okay. Which we're going to count as encumbered.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
Because that's pretty darn slow.
Yeah.
For a human. So, we're not following a track. We're in grasslands. Oh, we can go 15 miles a day.
Okay.
Each hex is 30 miles across. Travel rates are given in miles per day. These are 3-mile hexes inside the 30-mile hex.
Yeah.
So, according to this, we can go 15 miles a day. So that's 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get almost there, but not quite.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can almost get there, but not
It's
quite.
15.
Huh?
15. Novice. 15.
Where are you seeing that?
Level title. Novice.
Oh.
1. Movement rate 15.
Oh, man, look, it goes up to 32 inches. Holy cow, these guys are awesome.
Oh, I should probably put this on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Level 1 monk has a movement rate of 15.
All right, so I didn't just make it up. That's
No,
good.
Yeah. So if you become a Grandmaster of Flowers, then you'll have a 32.
So if the party's
movement
getting
rate.
slaughtered and they're not fast enough to get away, he can just scoop.
Oh yeah, he's running.
He can just leave everyone behind.
He could if he wanted to.
It's like when a tiger is following you and you push your friend down on the ground and you run away while the tiger eats your friend.
Yeah.
Only he's supposed to be good. I think I made him neutral good, but
Yeah.
I think monks have to be good. Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay, we can go 15 miles a day in the grasslands. If we get into rough,
We've got rough right here. Or that's a not rough, that's a what's it called?
see, this terrain type doesn't match the terrain type in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Like they've got a terrain type dust, and I know why. Because there is a sea of dust on the Greyhawk map. But it's not a terrain type that's in the Dungeon Master's Guide. And the rough terrain type that's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, not here.
Is there an equivalent option?
Oh, it says barrens. Oh, and it's really slow going. Oh, it must be barrens. So instead of rough, it says barrens.
Got it.
You can only go 5 miles a day if you're encumbered.
Yeah.
We're going to count ourselves as encumbered.
Yeah.
If you're on a horse, you can go 20 miles a day. But you can't
Too bad we're all too poor for horses.
Huh?
I said it's too bad we're all too poor for horses. Also, there's nowhere in
Yeah.
town we can buy horses.
No, we have no horses.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find somebody and abscond with their horses. I mean, if they're bad guys, and we're doing it for a holy cause.
Yes.
Or our thief can just do it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Could cause some problems with the paladin and the monk and...
I think
yeah.
we need horses just to carry our stuff, not our
It's
people.
true. Maybe we'll run into some
How much
evil merchants.
How much
and
faster
steal
would we
their
be going if we could offload all the stuff that's weighing us down onto horses, and then we could move so much faster?
That'd be great.
Like twice as fast.
Yeah.
Okay, we're moving 15 miles a day.
Okay. And how big are these hexes?
1 inch.
Okay.
Oh, 3 miles.
3 miles. Okay, so in a day we can move 3 hexes. You just said 15 miles a day.
5 hexes.
15 miles a day. Oh, you're right. 5 hex. No. Yes. 5 hexes.
Yes.
I'm bad at
3
math.
hexes is 9.
I'm bad at math.
Good thing you're studying.
The best math class I ever did was college algebra.
You have
That was the only math class I ever got an A in.
You have to, good boy.
I know. I took algebra 1 3 times.
Wait, we're talking about college?
No, algebra 1 in high school I took 3
high
times.
school.
But and I got C's and B's
How
in
did you
every
do
other
it?
math class.
Did you take math in college?
I took college algebra
And?
and I got an A in it. It was the only math class I've ever gotten an A in.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry. Moving on.
Population. There's 200,000 people in this duchy somewhere. Demi-humans some, humanoids numerous in the mountains. We know that.
Yeah.
Resources, foodstuffs, and platinum. They make... Oh. The 2 main things that they make here is food and platinum.
I
So
like
up,
platinum.
I think where we are, if you look at the latitude, we're at about 50... What did I say
I think
we
you
were?
said 56 or something.
57.
57.
And Nev-on-Nevned is like down about 55. So I think Nev-on-Nev, like south of the river,
Yeah.
is going to be the place where people are growing crops.
Yeah.
It's going to be significantly warmer. According to the weather generation, it's going to be significantly warmer south of the river, just because of the latitude.
Yeah.
All right. I think in the area we're in, people are hurting. They're growing maybe one crop during the summer, but they're hurting.
Yeah.
Cattle, sheep, whatever can handle the cold weather.
I like both of those things. They're tasty.
Delicious. I thought you were a vegetarian.
I'm not a vegetarian. What are you talking about?
Okay.
I'm a
Ten
meat
has
lover.
always been under the rule of the Flann. Flanay, it says here. And most of its peoples are of that racial stock. Okay. The fertile uplands between the Artanzame and the Griff Mountains proved sanctuary and home to Flann tribesmen as the influx of Arids and Sul peoples elsewhere drove them off or absorbed them. So this is a Flann place that's never been conquered by others.
Yeah.
About the time the Aridi began to expand, the Ten created their own state from the diverse groups within the boundaries of their land. But it says the Aridi, that means the Great Kingdom to the south. When the Great Kingdom started to grow into a big empire, is what they're talking about here. Their greatest leader was proclaimed Duke. This realm has retained its freedom and independence down to this day. What?
This says the year is 998. What's the year in this? What's the year in this?
The same, but I'll explain that.
Okay.
It's the same because this is.
Yeah, because that's goes. Yeah, they go together.
I'll explain.
Okay.
I'll explain.
Okay.
Let me
Sorry.
get through this. That's a good question. Retained its freedom and independence down to this day, although it is continually troubled by bandits from the west, raiders from the north, marauding humanoids, and border clashes with the theocracy of the Pale. So as we go down to the border of the theocracy of the Pale, and I've read also another source from Gary and Rob, that there's constant tension and fighting going on down there. So there's going to be like a whole bunch of fortresses probably along that border. I think it's going to be a fortified border.
Okay.
10 medium cavalry is of excellent repute, and as are its sturdy footmen armed with short bow and pole arms.
Yeah.
All right, that's the Duchy of 10. That's where we are. Okay, let me explain to you this.
Okay.
This is written in character.
Okay.
Compiled by Pluffet Smedger, the elder of the Royal University at Relmord.
Okay.
Relmord is on the Greyhawk map.
Okay.
In the year 998. But Pluffet Smedger is writing about the world of Greyhawk as it existed in the year 576. So because it's written in character, they're saying this guy wrote it in the year 998, but he's in the future writing a history.
Oh, so he's writing about the year 576.
Right.
Okay.
And we are playing in that year
he's got it.
Given to us in these history books
Got it. Okay.
that are supposedly written 400 years later.
Okay. I understand now. Okay.
Does that make sense?
That is a bit confusing, but I like it. It's cool.
Right.
Okay.
Does
it say in here that he's talking about the year 576?
Yeah, a catalog of the land of Flaness,
Okay.
written by Gary Gygax.
Is there like an intro in there or something?
No. But this is the first book. That's the second book.
I know. I'm just looking.
Okay. The foreword is written by the editors.
Okay.
No, you just have to understand
Okay.
what that means.
Okay. I understand.
It's a game for smart people.
Got it.
So this was written in character as if it's a history book written 400 years in the future.
Cool.
About the year 576. So everything in here details Greyhawk in 576. And on the map also.
Okay.
All those borders and everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are ancient history.
All right. We're rolling out. It is the morning of Starday. There's a light snow falling. First of Growfest.
It's cold.
Now, how do we know where we're going? Like, do we know, like, we need to go north to look for it? Do we have a guide taking us straight there?
There are rumors you can roll for in the... Yes. And it for what the party knows. So perhaps it is in there. It's not in that part. It's farther on. I just read this the other day. It's farther when it talks about legend table right here. The player will not know. Okay.
Prior to the first adventure into the stronghold, the dungeon master will utilize this table to impart background knowledge to the adventurers. The table includes bits and scraps of information regarding the place to be explored. Most of it accurate, however, some are false and misleading. Up to the players to act upon the information they know. To determine, each player character will cast a 4-sided die. Oh, God. Okay, let's start a list. Flip a page. In secret conference with the dungeon master. Okay, shh. We're having a secret conference. Okay.
All right.
Don't tell anybody. Non-player characters or henchmen hirelings will get no roll.
Those guys, yeah.
Are you a non-player character?
Yes.
I hope not. The result of the roll will give the number of rumors, legends known. Okay, so if you roll a 1, you know 1 legend. If you roll a 2, you know 2 legends. 3, you know 3 legends. And a 4 means you don't know anything.
So the minimum we could roll for our party is 14. If everybody in our party, we've got 14 people, if every single one of them rolled a 1, or wait, is it 2D?
A 4 means you don't know anything.
Oh, okay.
If everybody rolls a 1, then there's 20 different legends, and some of them are false.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too much into this right now, but we're leaving town. We're looking for this place. How do we know which way to go?
Maybe we heard a rumor in the tavern.
And these are the rumors.
But none of those rumors say which direction to go. I think you're intended with this module to start like outside the front door.
True. Oh, that's true.
So
we can wait. Is there anything here that says anything about where it's located? No. They're assuming that you know where it is. Right. You're right.
yeah.
High upon a craggy hill.
That's the location.
Carved out of the rock protrusion which crested the heavily forested hill. This needs to be forest hills.
Yeah.
Not regular hills. I need to come up with a different color for it.
You could just do like green stripes over it to indicate, like a dark green stripes over it to indicate forest. You see what I'm saying? Here. Give me a color pencil.
This or this?
I like the dark better. So you do like...
Yeah, this is the grassland color. Okay, that's forest hills.
Forest hills.
Okay.
Okay.
Good enough.
Cool.
All right, we don't need this yet.
Nope.
This is a great introduction. This tells the new DM how to figure experience, how to keep track of time.
Yeah, I just
This is a great teaching module. If you're brand new running D&D, read this. It tells you how to prep to use the module. There's all kinds of notes for the dungeon master, written for a brand new dungeon master. It's to help a brand new dungeon master. And in the back, there's a whole section for the players, like how to be a good player. Did you see that part?
I did.
Oh, there's notes here how to key the dungeon. I don't really love this, actually. I don't love this. We'll get to that. There was a section in here for the players, and it's like, it gives you, oh, here's a whole sheet of players' background.
Mm. Yeah, I remember reading that. I don't think it says anything about the location.
Tips for players. This is what I was looking for.
Okay.
It's on page 32 of the module, the second printing of the module.
Yeah.
The BX version of the module. This version. There was also an earlier version of the module. Yeah, that version.
Yeah.
Sorry about the glare. Okay. Tips for... All right, there's 10 tips for players. 1. Be an organized player. Keep accurate records on your character, experience, abilities, items possessed for your own purposes and to aid the dungeon master. Amen. Right?
I like it.
When I was struggling trying to figure out how to go through that combat with weapon versus armor class and forgetting stuff, like you, sort of in the role of the player, kept reminding me, oh, no, you're using the wrong weapon or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
If you know how long, you have to know how long your spells take to cast.
Yes.
In AD&D.
Makes sense.
Write it down on your sheet. Otherwise, Dungeon Master's flipping through the book and everybody's sitting there.
Yeah.
All right.
Like over here, I have all the stats for my weapon, all out there on my sheet. That way, I can keep track of that myself, and I've got that for all of my weapons.
Good job, son.
Including my magic. Oh, I didn't actually write the stats of my okay. Oops. That's
incomplete.
Okay. The stats are in the player's guide.
Number 2, always keep in mind the Dungeon Master is the moderator of the game and as such deserves the continued cooperation, consideration, and respect of all the players.
Respect my authority.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
If you disagree with him or her, okay, I'm not going to get into it.
Just keep going.
Okay.
I might even just, yeah.
Yeah,
just keep
I want to.
keep going. Stop.
I want to rant about Hasbro so bad. Present your viewpoint with deference to the DM's position, whether it be a he or a her in 1980. Thank you very much. But be prepared to accept his or her decision as final. After all, what?
Nothing.
What?
I'm not. It was just go. I'm not doing anything. Just go. I'm overly caffeinated and just moving.
Okay.
So just go.
I don't need to take you to a doctor, do I?
No, I'm just.
You're
just a little hyper over here.
You are crazy. Drink your beer. Oh,
I did drink my beer.
All right, go get more beers.
Okay.
I'll keep reading while you're getting.
reading.
You get beers.
Yeah.
I'll bring the salt.
Yeah, I'll bring the salt.
We're drinking Mexican beer. You need a little dash of salt in it. It helps. It's a tradition. Number 3, cooperate with your fellow players. Oh, are you cooperating with me?
Yeah.
And work together when adventuring. Are you okay? Remember that any foray into the dungeon or wilderness, a mix of character classes will benefit. Blah blah blah. Okay. Overall effectiveness of the party. Blah blah blah. Are you having a good time?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Number 4, be neither too hasty nor too sluggish
Yeah.
when adventuring. That's another sound check.
Yeah.
You are like our sound engineer.
Well,
you sing,
we've had
you open beers.
we've had so many problems with the sound. I got to make sure. Wait.
It's not going to hear that.
We'll see.
He's pouring his beer into a cup in front of the microphone. All right. But a guy your age, a beer's not going to mellow you out. Like, it'll put me to sleep.
Yeah.
But it's not going to mellow you out.
I had like 10 the other night, so.
And did it mellow you out?
No, I was good.
Did you stay on your feet?
Yeah.
What night?
Tuesday.
No, after we played D&D. After we went to the hospital.
Yeah. And then I went and hung out with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be neither too hasty nor too sluggish. Okay. If you're too fast, you endanger yourself. If you're too slow, you waste valuable time. And you'll get nailed by wandering monsters. Okay, number 5. Avoid arguing.
Okay.
Respect my authority. While disagreements about a course of action will certainly arise from time to time, Ethan, players should quickly discuss their options and reach a consensus in order to proceed. Bickering in the dungeon will only create noise, which will attract wandering monsters. Every time you tell a Yo Mama joke, we roll for wandering monsters.
Oh, no. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I can just imagine, like, your elf going, Yo Mama.
I don't have an elf.
Oh, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, wait, do I?
I don't know. Do you think elves tell Yo Mama
I
jokes?
have a dwarf.
Your mama has a dwarf. That doesn't work. Okay.
I mean, she's kind of short.
Bickering in the dungeon will only create noise. Okay. Above all, remember this is just a game, and a little consideration will go far toward avoiding any hard feelings.
Yeah.
It's just a game.
Yes, it is. It is a simple, not so simple game that is fun.
And yet, I want to conquer the map.
That's part of the fun.
I want to crush my enemies, see them driven before me, and hear the lamentations of their women?
Yeah.
Sorry. Is that what a lamentation sounds like?
Sure.
Maybe that's what a lamb sounds like. I don't think that's what a lamentation sounds like. Okay. Number 6, be on your guard. Hey, be on your guard. Don't be overly cautious, but be advised that some non-player characters may try to hoodwink you. Players may double-cross you. And while adventuring, tricks and traps await the unwary. Of course, you won't avoid every such pitfall, but don't be surprised if everything is not always as it seems.
Yes. In my experience, things in this game are almost never as they seem.
And in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know that all healthcare providers care about your health? Did you know that journalists tell the truth always?
Yes.
Did you know that?
I did know that, yeah.
Good Lord. Okay. Treat any retainers or NPCs. You know what? This is a good... Greyhawk can help you navigate the real world. This is a guide for
life.
This is a guide for the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, really, like, try not to argue about everything. Don't waste a lot of time, but don't go too fast. These are, like, life.
Yeah.
This isn't how to play D&D. This is how to live.
I'll cheers to that.
Okay, wait.
All right.
I'm drinking to that. It's not a game. It's a way of life. But it also says it's just a game.
Yeah.
We decided
but it is the game of life.
That's a different game.
No, I know, but
it's a board game.
But no, I get that. But like life is a game.
We are playing out the lives of fictional characters.
Yeah, and we're also playing out the lives of non-fictional characters right now.
What does that mean?
I mean, like, we are currently living our lives as non-fictional characters.
Okay.
In the history of the world.
Okay.
All right. Sorry.
Oh, boy. All right. Moving on. Number 7, treat any retainers or NPCs fairly. That's quite ironic because the NPCs are going to screw us over at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like how they say the NPCs might screw you over, but treat them fairly.
Yeah.
Or
How ironic.
yeah, just makes me think of that one time that OSE campaign where we
written by Mike Carr.
Yeah.
We love you, Mike. He's still around. He's a good guy. I mean, I've never met him, but I act like I've met him. I've never met him.
He's a good guy. I don't know him, but
well, he's a gamer though. Like he's done so much for the hobby. And board gaming also. Like he did Fight in the Skies and Dawn Patrol, like these awesome board games.
cool.
Okay. If you reward them generously and do not expose them to great risks of life and limb that your own character would not face, then you can expect a continuing loyalty. Although
It's easier to push them in front of the monsters.
Although there may be exceptions, of course. In other words, I just wrote a whole paragraph. That means absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, hey, it's okay to use NPC as a meat shield every once in a while.
Okay, forget number 7. All right. Attention, new players. Ignore number 7. Okay. Number 8. Earl, clean up on aisle 6, please, Earl. What movie is that? Mr. Mom? And then he goes, Earl, I swear I was never on aisle 6. You haven't seen that movie.
No.
It's Michael Keaton. You know him as the guy who played...
Michael Keaton.
Yeah, he played... all right. I think it was a movie called Mr. Mom, where it's back in the 80s, and I think Terry Garr plays his wife. I'm not sure. It's been a long time ago. But it's a funny scene where, like, he loses his job, his wife goes to work, becomes the breadwinner, and so he's the stay-at-home dad, which was very unusual in the 80s.
Yeah.
And so they made a movie called Mr. Mom about this character played by Michael Keaton. It's a comedy, and there's a scene. I hope I'm thinking of the right movie. There's a scene where he's at the grocery store, and he's never grocery shopped in his life. He doesn't know what he's doing. The kids are running around all over the place. Stuff is like falling off the shelves, and everywhere he and his kids go, like they knock stuff over, break stuff, and you hear over the intercom, you hear, Earl, clean up on aisle 2. And then, like, you know, they go to another aisle and Earl, clean up. Right. So at one point you hear, Earl, clean up on aisle 6. And he looks up and he goes, Earl, I swear I was never on aisle 6. It's a funny movie. All right. Michael Keaton, man, he's done so much stuff.
I know.
He's amazing. Yeah, there's another movie he did called Gung Ho. Really, really funny movie. It's about 80s movie.
Yeah.
It's about a car factory, an American car factory that gets bought by a Japanese company. And all of a sudden, all these American workers have to do things the way that the Japanese management wants them to do it. And they're not down with that at all.
Did he steal a car one piece at a time and it didn't cost him a dime?
No.
It's a Johnny Cash song.
Oh.
Sorry. Continue.
I did haul a car one piece at a time onto the roof of my high school.
Ah.
I did that.
One piece
But it
at a
wasn't
time,
stolen.
And it didn't cost me a dime.
It was our senior prank.
Cool.
Yeah, we took apart a VW Bug.
Yeah.
And used ropes and pulled.
Whose car was it?
Somebody like bought it out of a junkyard.
Oh.
I don't know.
So it didn't matter.
It wasn't
if you put the
mine.
head gasket on wrong or something. It didn't matter. Okay.
We used ropes and we took this,
Yeah.
took a car apart to pieces.
Yeah.
Like pulled doors off of it, everything, hauled everything up onto the roof of the high school in the middle of the night using ropes, and then rebuilt the car on the roof of the high school. So next morning everybody was coming in, and there was a car on the roof of the high school, 3 floors up.
Nice.
3 floors up, we had a car. We had a VW Bug on the roof of the high school. We did that, man. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Forget number 7. Number 8, know your limits. Do you know your limits?
No.
Good. You shouldn't. Sky's the limit. You're a young man.
Yeah.
All right. Your party may not be a match for every monster you encounter. That's a fact.
Yeah.
We're not a match for like a milkmaid right now.
True. I mean, the module is for 1 to 3 or for like 3 to 4 characters or something, right?
It doesn't even say.
I know. I think it says it at the beginning though. Like this module.
Yeah,
is,
we're way this party's way too big.
But that means we
I don't
can
care,
hopefully kill stuff.
And we're not gonna hire NPCs.
Yeah, there's no point. We've got 12 or 14 of us. We don't. Yeah. Ain't
Okay.
nobody want to share treasure with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't need to. I mean, later on,
Anybody got
when
time
we get
for
some
that?
money,
Yeah.
oh yeah, somebody's going to be holding our horse for us and feeding
yeah.
it for us.
Yeah.
We're going to have somebody like, brushing the dust off of our cloaks.
But right now we gotta pinch some pennies.
Shining our boots.
We gotta save up enough money to get your dude some shoes.
Our fighter's going to have like a page carrying his weapons for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
None of that's going to happen. They're all going to die. Okay. They're going to fall in a pit trap. Green slime's going to drop on their head. They're going to just die. Okay. Know your limits. A party may not be a match for every monster, blah, blah, blah. Likewise, a dungeon adventure may have to be cut short if your party suffers great adversity or depleted strength. Many times, it will take more than one adventure to accomplish certain goals, and it will be necessary to come back out of a dungeon to heal wounds, restore magical abilities and spells, and reinforce the party. Okay, that's
Yeah. Common knowledge. when
that's
you're playing
kindergarten role playing. Yeah. Number 9, use your head. Oh man, that sucks.
D&D. Yeah.
All right, number 9, use your head.
I mean, how am I supposed to? I mean, I'd rather use a sword than my
Many
head.
of the characters' goals in the game can be accomplished through the strength of arms or magic. Others, however, demand common sense. I'm not going to be much help at all. And shrewd judgment as well as logical deduction. These are big words, deduction.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
The most successful players are those who can effectively use both aspects of the game to advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 10, last one, folks. The fun of a D&D game comes in playing your character's role. Take on your character's persona and immerse yourself in the game setting, enjoying the fantasy element and the interaction with your fellow players.
Yeah.
You.
And you.
And the dungeon master. You. And you.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself and good luck.
Yes. And hopefully luck is on our side. All right. Let's do this. Let's get into it.
Okay.
We've been talking for an hour and 20 minutes.
Whatever. It's going to be like a 5-hour video. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. Let's play some D&D.
Yes. We are.
I know.
Kind of.
Let's.
What do we have to be doing in order to say we're officially playing D&D?
I feel like if we leave town, then we've officially started playing
What
D&D.
if we just stay here and open a flower shop?
None of us have money.
Yeah, I got a guy with 5 gold pieces.
And if we take the flowers off of that hill, we'll piss off everybody left in town.
I got 5 gold pieces on one of my guys.
Okay, I got like a few copper pieces or something. Let's see, what do we got?
This guy has... Oh, this guy's got 23 gold pieces, man.
What?
I
Who is
can't-
that?
He's, I don't know, I gotta look at the front of his sheet. He's a magic user
Oh, okay.
because he can't spend his money on anything.
Yeah, I got like 14 gold pieces and 11 gold pieces. What is... Oh, you know what? That's my magic user.
Right.
58 gold pieces.
They can't buy armor.
got-
They can't buy a bunch of weapons.
Yeah, he's got 58
There's
gold.
nothing. I mean, you spend all your money. You buy a robe.
Yeah.
You buy boots.
Yeah.
You
I
buy
got some cool
food.
robes on, you know.
Yeah. We're gonna. I think our magic users are gonna have to like foot the bill for
Probably.
our starving fighters.
Buy him a pair of shoes or something, you know.
Oh yeah. Forget it.
All right, let's go.
I rolled.
Nobody needs shoes. We got
He's wrapping.
willpower.
He's tying some burlap around his feet, and he's going out into the snow.
Let's do it.
He's got average temperature. What? 32 degrees.
32 degrees.
No problem.
Ain't nobody got
What?
any...
Why are we looking at a blank page?
Because you told me to flip to a blank page.
I did.
Yeah, you were
Why?
going to write something down.
What was I gonna write?
I don't know.
What's this?
Oh, there you go.
What was I gonna write?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay, we don't have to do that because we're going to do the rumors and we're going to track. We're going to roll, but we're not going to do that.
Okay.
All right. I want 2 questions answered.
Okay.
One, I want to know who the leader of the party is.
Okay.
There's 14 guys here who are on a mission to find this lost
Yes.
place. Somebody had to organize it. which guy organized it?
Okay.
Who's the leader of the party? Do we pick the person with the highest charisma? Do we roll dice?
That's interesting.
It's not the... I mean, it could be anybody. It could be a thief. I don't know. It makes more sense to me that it'd be a cleric.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Or a magic user.
Yeah.
The druid wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
The ranger wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
The thief wouldn't do it like this. He wouldn't put a party like this together.
Yeah, no.
The paladin, no.
No.
Paladin wouldn't do it.
It's more likely that one of the clerics would do it.
So that leaves fighter, bounty hunter, magic user. Illusionist wouldn't do this.
No.
Wouldn't put together a party. He'd join a party, but he wouldn't put together a party.
Yeah.
Monk wouldn't put together a party. So fighters, bounty hunter, magic users,
clerics.
Clerics.
Yeah.
All right. One. Should we roll? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Man. Okay, how do you roll a d7? It's a d3 and a d4 minus 1.
I don't have a D3.
Wait, no.
Oh, I do have a D. I'm an idiot.
2d4 minus 1.
2d4 minus 1.
I'll give you 1 to 7.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, roll 2d4. Oh, use the holy dice tower.
Okay, I dropped one die on the floor.
That doesn't count.
I know, it's under the couch. 5.
5 minus 1 is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My magic user is the leader of the party.
Okay.
So, you don't know his name because I didn't name him yet.
Ain't nobody need a name.
They're all going to die anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, leader. Party. Organizer? Leader.
Leader.
He heard about this lost fortress of Quasquatan. And he recruited this ragtag bunch of people to go off an adventure,
Yeah.
promising them that there might be riches in that abandoned fortress.
I like riches.
Everybody likes riches.
All right.
Okay, so next question. How do we know which way to go when we leave town to find this place? Like, have we heard that it's... I mean, we have to metagame a little bit.
Yeah.
Have we heard that it's to the northeast? Have we heard that it's to the north? How do we know?
I don't know.
We heard that it's about a day's journey from this village, north of this village, but we don't know.
Like a day and a half, but yeah.
About.
Yeah.
We're working off of rumors,
Yes.
right?
Rumors.
We're here based on rumors.
Yeah.
Rumors?
I'm just doing the voice. From
You're
the
really
stage
far
voice.
away from the microphone.
Okay.
You're not jittery anymore.
Rumors. Okay, rumors.
We're here based on rumors that somewhere north of town, we're going to find this place. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're here.
We are.
We're going to walk straight north. What are we going to do? And then, like, we don't find anything, so we randomly roll which way we go?
Well, but then how do we know when to stop going north?
Because we know it's about a day's journey.
So we go like a day's journey north and then start heading
Walking
east?
around, looking around.
Or north or...
We'll roll
south?
randomly which direction we want to go. I don't know.
Okay.
Like we don't know. We don't
Just
have a
flip a
map.
coin
We don't
east
have
or
a map
west.
to the place.
No, I get it. So
we don't
like
have a guide. Do we have a guide? If we have a guide, then that's.
I don't think we have a guide. So I mean, so what? We just walk north and then like flip after a day, flip a coin east or west.
We can go 5 hexes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll put us here in a day, but we got to roll 3 times randomly.
How tall is that watchtower? That's on top of the dungeon. Like, could we see that from a distance?
I don't think so. I think we got to be in the hex because it's all overgrown.
Okay.
It's in a forested hilly area.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I think we got to be in the. I think if we're in that hex, and actually, I think it describes in the module. I think we got to get to that hex before we can say we can see the place.
Okay.
And I think it describes in the module that it's like all like the area is all thickly wooded.
Yes, it does say that you're in a heavily forested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we have to be in the hex to see it.
Okay. Okay, so is that what we're going to do?
Go north?
5 hexes north and flip a coin east or west?
5 hexes north. Okay, we're not going to roll for morning. Right?
I don't know.
Because we're in town.
Okay. So no, so we don't do morning, we do evening. And then we roll one over the night.
It was morning, noon, and midnight.
I thought it was morning, evening, midnight. That's what you said.
Sticky tab to the rescue. Hello, sticky tab.
And by the way,
What?
you were recorded saying that.
Sticky tab to the rescue?
No, not that. Saying that it was morning, evening, and midnight.
Oh. Oh, this isn't even the right page. Morning, evening, midnight. Oh.
See?
We don't have to roll until a day's travel.
Yeah. So like in that last hex.
And then it's 1 to
Roll.
12 to see if we see anything.
Okay.
Right? Okay. All right. So we are going to start generating terrain then. There are rules for getting lost. Let's look at it. Chance of becoming lost. Any party not guided by a creature knowledgeable of the countryside through which it's moving, not following a well-defined course, like a road or river or the like, or not using a well-drawn map, might become lost. That's us. This is determined prior to the commencement of a day's movement. Determination is based on the terrain. What? Okay, we're on a plane. We have a 1 in 10 chance of getting lost.
Okay.
Roll it. D10.
Eight.
Thank God. Let's write it down. Not.
Lost. Do we do that for each hex or just for the day?
It says. Determined prior to the commencement of a day's movement.
Okay. So we are not lost today.
Okay, we're fine. All right. So we move to this hex. No problem. Now we need to generate terrain.
Yep.
Be interesting to see. Terrain generation is interesting.
I agree.
It's interesting to see what the dice give you. It's D100 if I remember right. And I gotta find the spot. It's somewhere in the adventuring section, isn't it? Wasn't it? Or land adventures. No. It must be... This is the combat section. Okay, so it's way back here. Way back here. Here. Okay. We are in... Okay, we're marching out. We're in a plane. So let's roll these 3 hexes. First roll this one. D100.
Yeah, I know. 10s.
2.
2.
Plane.
Okay.
Okay, D100.
25.
Am I using the wrong color?
Looks like it. I thought there was a lighter green over there. It's underneath the book. Try it.
Yeah, I'm using the wrong color. Okay.
Whoa!
Bless
Sorry.
you.
Oh, I just sneezed something right off the table next to me. Okay.
You sneezed something off the table?
Yeah, I got I don't even know what that was. A little plastic thing. I just sneezed right off the table.
You know what that means?
What?
Drink.
Oh, cheers.
Cheers. Okay. That's the right color. That's the wrong color.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you roll another D100?
23.
23 is... Ooh. Wait. Oh, it's not D100.
What is it?
It's 1 to 20. Oh, I'm an idiot. It's 1 to 20. Roll
Okay.
a 1 to 20.
10.
Okay, that's still a plane.
Okay.
All right, roll another 1 to 20.
15.
15. Ooh, that's desert.
Okay.
Desert. It's a dry area.
It's snowing.
Yeah, but it snows in the desert.
Okay.
It snows in the desert.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It just means that annual rainfall is really low, but it does get rainfall. It does get precipitation.
Okay. All right.
All right, so what color is desert's got?
I mean, we've got precipitation like just 3 days just this week.
Desert has to be yellow, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. This is golden yellow. Is there another yellow? Do I want yellow or golden yellow?
I think
want
golden yellow is better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Desert.
Rolling one more. 8.
Desert.
Yeah.
That's weird. That is weird. Desert. What'd you get?
8.
8 is more plain. Okay, hold on. Desert. Feel like I'm forgetting something.
Is there like a terrain generation table for the Duchy of Tenh in that?
No.
Okay.
No. No, it doesn't. No.
Got it. Okay.
I mean, you got the map. It shows a 30-mile hex, and it shows
Yeah.
it as grassland.
Okay.
So
yeah,
all I'm saying is that 51% of this has to be grassland.
I understand.
But as long as we're generating from grassland, although we're going to now generate from
desert
because we're going north.
Okay.
Okay, we're right here.
Okay.
So we need to generate 1, 2, 3.
18
18
off the desert.
off of desert. What? Marsh. Marsh.
A desert and a marsh right next to each other?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So I need... Okay, so this, I think, was the color I was going to use for marsh. What does it say? Jade green? Jade green? What
happened to that other green one?
I don't know. Oh, here it is.
Oh.
So that'll be forest.
So that's forest.
All right, so this is going to be marsh. Marsh. Interesting. Next to a desert.
Next to a desert.
So it's possible. I mean, it happens, but it's pretty weird.
Yeah. 19.
From the desert, a 19 is a pond. Okay. Sky blue.
Yeah.
There's a pond here. But we don't know what the terrain around the pond is.
Should I?
No, let's keep going.
Okay.
Go to yeah, we kind of need to know what the terrain is around the pond. But okay, keep going to the next one.
5.
5 from a desert of is scrub. What the heck do I use for scrub? I'll use tan for scrub.
Okay.
What did I use for?
This is what you used for the.
This is what I used for hills. This is what I used. Oh, I used.
Wait, no. What did you? That's
gray
hills.
for mountains. That's hills, which is this.
That's that.
I think so.
That looks more like this to me.
So I used tan for hills. I used.
Looks like you haven't. Well, yeah.
I used dark brown for rough. So what did I say this is? Scrub?
Scrub.
All right, I don't like the way I did this. So I want to use tan for scrub. Okay.
Okay.
How far we've walked? We've walked 15 miles, 10. Let's see. So from here to here is 3 miles. From here to here, so we've gone 6 miles so far.
Okay.
All right. I want to use this for scrub.
Okay.
Tan. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to. Do you have a good eraser?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to use, I use dark brown for rough, so I want to use light brown for hills.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's forested hills.
Forested hills, so you're going to draw your little green.
Sure.
Hold on. I need an X to mark the spot again. Okay, now you can draw your little lines to make it forested hills.
Okay.
All right, so 3, 6, walking to the pond, 9 miles so far. But what is that? Should we just call it grassland? Let's roll again from desert.
15.
Hills with a pond in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure. I don't remember which one you used for
Light
hills.
brown.
Light brown? I think that's one.
That's dark brown. That's brown.
I think that was the one you used for hills.
Cafe. No, that's light brown.
Yeah. It looks so close to the
What?
to the other brown.
This?
Yeah.
That's tan.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so a hilly area with a pond in the middle of it, and the pond is not draining into the desert, or else the desert wouldn't be there. Interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that is interesting.
we're just using the tables in the Dungeon Master's Guide. Are we on camera and all that stuff?
Yeah, no, we're recording.
Okay, and you can kind of see the colors, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, so all right, roll a d20 from Hills.
5.
5 is Forest. 1 in 10 also includes Hills, so roll 10.
5.
Okay, so that's just a forest. So that's dark green. Wait, that's going to be right here.
Yeah.
Dark green is a forest. Interesting. We've got all kinds of terrain going on here.
Yeah, this is an interesting map.
Yeah. We need to have 51% of these hexes be grassland, or else we're going to be deviating from the Darlene map. So we'll keep going, but we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Are you following me?
Yes.
I don't want to deviate from the main map.
Are you sure that we're not supposed to just roll for planes since the hex itself is a planes thing?
That is a fair question.
Like, shouldn't... Because if you follow that, then you got a 1 through 11 chance of it being more planes, which would follow the 51%. You know, that would generally keep you...
Oh, man, I think you're right.
Yeah. I was just thinking about that. Because the way we're doing it now, you can pretty much end up with a map that's a rainbow. Because, like, you're jumping from all these different terrains.
Right. Roll the next one. Let's see what it is. D20.
5.
Forest. Do we keep going, or do we scratch that and roll everything from planes?
I don't know. If we scratched it, we'd only have to scratch these hexes because all of these were rolled from planes.
And you get a plane on a 1 to 11 when you're rolling from planes, so that will guarantee that 51% of it is plane.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I think you're right. I think because on the Darlene map, it's all...
I mean, statistically, it makes more sense because you're going to end up with a majority planes in your planes hex.
You're right. You're right. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a rainbow of stuff.
We also have not been checking for habitation.
Oh. Okay. All right. Do-over?
Yeah, I think so.
Do-over. We're going to roll from planes for everything.
Yeah.
Because on the master Darlene map, this whole 30-mile hex is plane.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, do-over. And we have to roll for habitation. Wait. Yeah. Do-over. Darn it.
We might not have an eraser left by the end of this video. It's a joke.
Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I know. You can use this eraser.
I know, but I don't feel like it's getting in the
Oh, okay.
spots in the corners. And also, I don't feel like this little eraser's doing better. That big eraser's coming apart in big chunks.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, right here, roll a D100 for this hex.
Okay. 88.
Uninhabited. Okay, we're
Dropped a die.
dropped a die. Okay, roll for this hex. D100.
59.
Okay. Nothing. Unless it's under 17, it's nothing. Alright, roll a D20 for this hex.
A D20. 3.
That is a plane. Wrong one.
We should just write down which colors are for which.
Well, I know.
Okay.
Roll a D100 for this hex.
71.
Nope. Okay. Anything under 17
Okay.
is what we're looking for. Okay, for this hex, give me a D20.
11. That's planes.
Okay. And give me a D100.
94.
That's nothing. No inhabitation.
Nothing.
Okay, we're walking. Light snow. It's freaking cold. Alright, this hex, give me a D20.
18.
Marsh. Marsh. Interesting. And a D100 is for habitation.
27. Nothing.
That looks terrible. Is this even drawing?
I can't see.
I can't either. That looks horrible.
It's, yeah.
Okay, whatever. Make it look prettier later. And this hex, D20. Oh, wait, the marsh.
34.
That's nothing. Okay. This hex, D20.
7.
A 7 is a plane.
Yep. And nothing lives there.
Nothing lives here. Alright, let's stop and reconnoiter. And we don't have to roll yet. Not until evening.
Yes.
When we stop to make camp, we have to roll.
Yeah. And then in the middle of the night.
Okay, for this hex, D20.
5. That's a plains.
It's getting hard to see where the edge of...
Oh, your hat is on in camera.
It's okay.
I know.
Got my D&D hat on.
People can see the greatness of your cap.
Is it great?
It's a pretty great cap. It's traveled
All right,
all
what
the
did
way
we
from-
just do? You rolled this and you got what?
I got planes. It was a 5.
Was it for what I just drew, or?
No, it was for that one.
And this is a marsh?
This one in the middle is a marsh. This one is plains. These are all plains. That's a marsh.
Gosh, it doesn't look...
You can't see the difference? I can.
This looks horrible. This color's like not...
I don't have any other colored pencils.
I don't either. My colored pencils. Okay, you can see the difference. Okay,
Yeah.
roll for this one. D20.
12.
Ooh, that's something different. Scrub. And scrub, I said, was going to be tan. Okay, roll for habitation.
42. Nothing.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. We don't have to roll for encounters yet.
Mm-hmm.
We've traveled 3, 6, 9 miles. We don't have to roll for encounters yet.
Yeah.
Okay, no habitation there. What's...
14. No habitation.
That's rough, which is the same as this, which was dark brown.
No habitation.
That's rough.
Yeah.
That means...
The terrain guide says rough means badlands.
Yeah, canyons...
Depressions, which is what that is over there. It's a depression. Oh, you know what? No, that is a depression. That's not rough.
What?
That is a depression.
We said it was... we already decided and we rolled. We said that it was an area full of... pits, what do you call them? Sinkholes.
I know, but we rolled for depression on that. And depression is different from rough.
Yeah, but the problem is there is no depression terrain anywhere else in any of the books.
Okay. So we're just
like
using
that
it as
is
the
that
same
is
thing?
not a terrain that appears in the random tables.
Okay, so we're just considering it the same thing?
Yes.
Okay.
We
got
have
it.
to.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah, as far as like random monster determination, we have to consider it the same thing as rough.
Okay.
Okay, this one?
That is an uninhabited plains. It's a 5. Uninhabited. 1.
How do you know which dice is first?
This is the 10s. This is the 1s.
So that's a 50.
Yeah. Uninhabited.
Okay. Plains, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, let's stop here. Oh, and uninhabited?
Yes.
Nobody lives anywhere around here? Well, that's fine. We don't want people living right outside the dungeon. That's fine. That makes sense. Would not make sense if we had people living right outside the dungeon.
So we've traveled 12 miles.
All right, I will make this look pretty later. Okay.
Right.
3, 6, 9, 12. One more. We're just going north, and we already rolled. We're not going to get lost.
Plains.
Well, slow down, plains.
And, ooh, that's a 5. Uninhabitation. That's a thorp.
Oh! What? Here?
Yeah.
Here? Here? Get out of town.
So exactly 15 miles north of our village, there's another village.
And no road to it.
And no road to
Well,
it.
that we know of. We haven't crossed a road yet.
That's true.
And it doesn't ever say, like, there's a road here. Like, that's not part of the...
Yeah.
Ator random. All right, there's a town here.
Yeah.
A thorp. Roll 2d4. All right, that's what the book said.
2d4, 330. Population of 30.
Okay, we'll figure it out later, but there's a thorp here. Population, what?
30. It says 2d4 times 10.
Yep.
Yeah, 40.
30 or
30,
40?
30.
30.
Sorry, 30. Yes.
There's a thorp here. We just discovered a thorp population 30.
Yeah,
Fascinating.
very.
Maybe it's better. It's better than population 10.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a blacksmith.
We might not even go back to our starting village.
We can use the city book to roll this up.
Yeah.
The other book.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, that's an opportunity. All right, this one.
15.
Desert. Desert.
No population.
Desert.
Desert. That's the golden yellow or whatever.
Desert.
Yeah.
What was this? Rough.
Rough.
Rough, desert, and this was scrub. Ooh.
Get some interesting terrain around here.
Yeah, and it's cold.
Yeah.
Well, like Central Asia, very cold, very scrubby, very deserty.
Yeah.
Okay, so think of something like that.
Okay.
There's areas like up north of Tibet.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cold, very dry, very scrubby.
Very scrubby.
Scrubby. Okay, one more.
16.
That looks like an 18 to
It's
me.
a 16.
Okay.
Trust me, because the 18 is right there.
That's hills. Wait, 1 in 10 indicates forest. Roll a d10. Oh, it's hills next to the hills.
1.
Ooh, what are the odds of that?
The odds of that are 1 in 10.
No, but a forested hills right next to a forested hills.
Oh, I don't know. That's funny.
Do you see that?
Yeah. And let's see the uninhabited.
A forested hills next to a forested hills.
Yeah.
That's an odd coincidence.
It is.
The dice have done an interesting thing. So we rolled from... Oh, from here. Well, we rolled from plains.
Yeah.
From plains on the chart here. And we came up with... All right, make your lines... Is it dark green?
Yeah.
Make your lines for forested hills. To indicate forested hills.
Okay.
Okay, we have traveled 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
We're camping in the desert.
We're camping, and we have found a dry place. We're not going to find water here.
No.
Uh-oh. We're not going to have water.
No, we won't.
There's a village here, and we saw it from a distance.
Uh-huh.
But we didn't turn to go look because we weren't looking for the village.
I mean, yeah, if we were playing in character, we probably would have...
Well, we could end up at this village instead of walking into the desert. Why would we walk into the desert if we see the village from a
That's
distance?
true.
Okay, so what we need to do now, and we're going to stop.
Yeah.
We need to generate this village. So we are searching for Quasqueton. We left Bloom Peak. We traveled 15 miles, generating terrain randomly.
Yeah.
Most of it is grassland, except this is marsh.
Mm-hmm.
This is scrub. This is hills. No, this is rough.
Yeah.
This is
Forest
hills, desert.
And plains with a thorp in it.
All right, so when we get to here, we see a desert. We see hills over here. and we see this village. The hills, I think, would be a clue because we know that it's built into hills.
That's true. So we might go.
That would give
the
us a
hills.
reason to go investigate that direction.
Yeah.
But we see this village, so we're for sure going to that village.
Yeah,
and
might as well go
spending
spend the night there. Yeah.
All right, so I think that's where we'll stop. We got our 14 dudes.
Yeah.
They've been traveling, and by the way, see, if we had stopped in the desert, most of my people only have one water skin.
Yeah, mine also only have one water skin.
Okay, we need to remove one ration
Yeah.
from every character sheet.
I only have 3.
Oh, well, I need to remove a lot of rations.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't feel like doing it right now. Okay, we got to remove rations from all our character sheets. A day has passed. Oh. But I don't think we have to roll random.
Because we're in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we never had to roll.
Yeah.
We never had to roll for a random
Because by
encounter.
evening we got to town. Right? Oh, crap.
So we never had to roll for a random encounter.
Yeah.
Am I understanding that correctly?
I think so. Does it, right?
Seems a little odd. Population dictates the likelihood. Okay. Moderate to sparse population, and it's patrolled. Okay, we're in the duchy. 1 in 12 chance. And we rolled. Well, we don't have to roll because we're in the plains.
We didn't have to roll in the morning.
But in the evening, are we in the plains? Yes. In the evening, we're in the plains.
We're also in town.
And we're in a town. So we traveled all this distance and never had to check for an encounter. That seems weird to me.
Yeah.
I guess if we were traveling like 3 days, that'd be a different story.
Yeah. So
if we had to camp out in the desert, if we never found that town, we camped in the desert, then
we would have had to roll twice.
Well, for desert, we would roll at night and pre-dawn the next day.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So that is going to clear up our first day. We arrive in a thorp at the end of the day. Right? That's our first day.
Yeah.
That's day 1. Day 1.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
We are searching for Quasqueton. We are 15 miles north of Bloom Peak.
Yes.
We have found a town we didn't know was there.
Yeah.
We got to figure it out. We will use, hopefully, not right now, the city book. There's a couple pages in here for rolling a random town. See what happens.
All right.
But not right now. We've done enough.
In the next episode
of Pigs in Space. Remember that? It was like a sub-skit that they used to do during the Muppet movie?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I remember.
We got you like VHS tapes of the Muppet movie.
I have...
We raised you on the Muppets.
I have somewhere VHS tapes of all seasons of the Muppet Show.
It's so good.
I know.
It's
on VHS.
Yeah.
And I think I got the Muppet movie too. Somewhere. I don't know where, but I got it. I
Right.
don't even have a VHS.
What time is it? Is it Thursday yet?
It is 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday.
Okay. So we have played, it's until 1 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, the
21st.
The 21st of November.
Yes.
And we're done. Okay. And we will be back next time. Do you want to say anything at the end? How do you exit? How do you like sign off? Oh, good. With silence. Good.
No, I was thinking like the. Don't they do in Star Trek? They do like the captain's log thing right before they end or something, right? Or maybe that's the beginning.
Okay, yeah, at the end he's like just filling out his like report.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
like
they
captain's
fly
log,
off.
blah 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 blah, and then they like go into warp speed or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Okay, never mind. That's stupid. Okay.
Mr. Sulu, set your course.
Warp
factor 2, engage.
I don't know. Yeah.
Nothing to say?
I'm blanking here.
All right. Well, we'll save I'm going to save my beer for next time.
Okay.
No point in opening that now.
Yeah.
Because I have to work and you have to go to school.
Yeah.
And you're getting straight A's.
Yeah, boy.
All right.
All right.
All right. So that's it. That's all the D&D that we have for you. Oh, I will sticky in the description. No. None of that made any sense.
He's gonna sticky in the description.
We're
gonna sticky in the description.
Open a beer and drink some D&D.
Yeah.
Okay, I will put in a pinned comment a link to my AD&D combat sequence. No, encounter sequence that we talked about. And I will put a link to the Greyhawk weather generator website.
Yes.
So look for that in a pinned comment. And thanks for joining us. And we hope that you are all healthy and staying away from hospitals.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a good night, everybody.
Oh,
What's wrong with you?
it's either this show or indigestion. I hope it's indigestion.
Why?
It'll get better in a little while.